Today, we have an exclusive conversation with the hobby's mysterious whale, Benjamin B. Mitchy Marner's revenge tour continues. We preview this week's 25-26 O-Pee-Chee paper and a whole lot more. Welcome back to episode 363 of the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast.
It's a Gongshow Super Show.
All right, the crew is back. We have Philip, still sniffling, still mouth breathing. He's never going to get better. We have Baba Louie and Victoria. Hi, Victoria. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. Second week in a row.
Good to
Second
see you,
week in a row.
She's counting.
I mean, Victoria.
I was just going to say,
Veronica.
that my goal today was to call you by your proper name, your birth name, every time, but we've already screwed that up 5 seconds in.
Such a it's a beautiful name, and we keep screwing it up.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's a huge day today.
What, Louis? What?
Did you
What's
freeze?
the beautiful name? Birthing name.
Victoria. It's a beautiful
Victoria.
name. It's just not memorable.
Oh, memorable. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, got it.
Or we have so much brain damage we can't remember it for 2 hours straight.
on that
It's probably the latter, not the former. I was going to say it's a huge day today in the Gongshow family. A big birthday, Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
18. Well, yesterday. So,
Yes.
How are you feeling, Phil? I predicted to Louis last night that it was going to be a very emotional day for you.
Yeah, it's been very emotional. You are correct, sir. The last thing I did and I wanted to do on his day, because he sleeps until like 12 or 1, I wanted to buy his birthday card the day of. So, I'm 5 a.m. club and was at the pharmacy. They opened late today, 8 a.m. Anyways. And I teared up. I couldn't even read the damn cards without tearing up. It was brutal. So, yeah, I put the ones, I dripped a tear on one. I put that at the back. Screw you, shoppers. You can afford it. And and I bought a card. And I'm excited to give him his presents. I really wanted to go super, super big, but I feel that I'm slightly overbearing. Not a micromanager parent, overbearing. I have too much love to give him all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to back off a little bit. But I just bought him more presents.
Okay.
Attaboy.
Well,
I got him
that's appreciated.
Pasta cooking class. He drives my truck all the time. So what's the point of buying him a car? I mean, anyways, just be like buying my truck back. So I bought him I don't want to say he's in the house.
Petrol gift card.
I bought him a pasta making cooking class. And I bought him a whole bunch of cookware. Like, did you know I bought a pasta pot? It was like $300. It was crazy. Yeah, and I got him.
Is for you or for him?
Yeah, he likes it. No, I don't like cooking. He likes cooking.
I know, but so are you doing this for you?
That's
so he
great.
cooks.
Yeah, he never makes quantity for 2. So I asked him. Actually, it's funny you said that, Louis. I asked him the other day. I said, "Hey, you're making a lot of cool stuff in the kitchen. Just make more of it, so we can have some." When I make food, I have to make 3 times that, no matter what I'm doing, wherever I am. I have to get 3x everything I do for food. You could do that too. So anyway, we'll see. But we're gonna have a great dinner. We're going out to a fancy Italian restaurant. His mom's coming into town. We're gonna have a great night. So,
That's lovely.
Victoria, were you at a card show this weekend?
Yes, I was at one on Saturday. So
What were the vibes? Was it? Aren't they canceling a lot because of the weather now in Canada?
So yeah, Sunday, I am fairly certain every single card show got canceled except for one. And I checked in on their Instagram and people actually went. Like, Canadians, no fear on the roads. I'm not one of those people. I'm hunkered down. So, but Saturday was great. Vibes were pretty high. It was on the smaller end and I did a few good deals. So I'm happy with that. And February is stacked. We have the expo coming up. So I'm super stoked. And yeah. And I'm actually meeting like a couple people who follow the podcast and listen to Friday Nights with Phil. So they like message me on Instagram and they're like, "Do you want to meet up at the expo?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure." Yeah.
There you go.
Fun.
I have a TCG question based out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Is One Piece like legit? Like, is it going to stick around? Is it I'm not saying like a threat to Pokemon, but is it a fad?
You know what? I don't know much about One Piece. I'm like very Pokemon focused. I guess like that's my lane, but I don't think that this boom of One Piece is sustainable. I do think that it's going to be pretty volatile, or it already has been. every time I see these like tickers on these cards keep going up and up, I don't like that's not sustainable. And I think people need to be a bit more cautious or, have a bit of caution when they're buying cards that are super expensive right now, because thinking that they'll go up, next week, next month, next year. And I don't think that's going to be the case. I do think it's here to stick around. I don't think it's rivaling Pokemon. I think they're two separate animes. They're two separate mangas. Like they're two very different worlds. I don't see like much overlap, or like overtaking, I guess. There's definitely overlap. There's people that collect both. Lots of people asking for One Piece at shows lately. It's insane. And I'm like, no,
sure.
And then I'll just like point them in the direction of someone who does.
Thank you. Good information. Well, I had a great time yesterday at Baba Louie's goodbye party because, as you can see, he started his sentence today at the medium security facility he's at for the next 6 months.
You get get the elephant out of the room right away, eh?
He does
Welcome
look like
to
a
my
prison
jail cell.
Where's
It does.
Department of Corrections? Where's your state issued uniform, Louis?
Thank God he can podcast from jail.
Yeah. It seems like a low security prison.
Coming to you.
It was white collar
It is
crime. Victoria.
very low security.
Yeah.
You
It's
can wear your
JoJo's-
own clothes.
It's JoJo security. Again.
What? No, but seriously,
Yeah.
what part of your house are you in? You look like you're in my kid's gymnasium. Like, you know what I mean? Like you look like you're in a.
Phil,
You don't want to tell me? Or?
I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, I do. I don't know what's wrong with me, though. I made a complete mess on Friday. I wanted my recording stuff out of my hangout area. So I ripped apart 2 workbenches in my storage room. And so there was a workbench on this wall straight behind me, and then a workbench on this wall, kind of an L. And that's where I kept all of my cards and all of our Slab Shark stuff. And
In the
what have
garage
you.
or the basement?
no, I'm in the basement,
Oh.
but just on the other side of the room over there, through the doorway where all my stuff was. I just wanted to get it out of there, have just something, I don't know.
I've never seen a
But yeah,
basement with like stamped concrete like that.
Those are
different.
It's his
blocks.
foundation. It's cinder block foundation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
so
either
I-
poured foundations here or cinder block.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I just ripped everything off the walls and threw some extra paint I had up on the walls for now, and we're gonna try this out and see how it works. Josh
And
says
then
I'll
2 weeks
change
from
it
now
up
it'll
again in a
change.
week. Yeah.
Because as everyone knows now, I call Louis Optimizer Prime because he's always tinkering. And
Got a long way to go, judging by your background there.
well, it's going to be out of jail soon. No, I actually think I like the cinder block look, and once you have time to decorate, I think it'll look pretty cool. Okay, big show today. Just 2 really quick announcements. I feel like a broken record, but actually Reloaded did ship to us, so at some point this week it'll go. The public sale will go up, and we'll be live, and so very much looking forward to that. We'll launch the website and all that soon, and all the pre-orders that have come through will have shipped. So if you want to make sure you do get a box, you're basically, this truly is the last chance to order. I think we're getting the product today. So crossing fingers that FedEx or UPS, whoever sent it, delivers it on time. Not hoping.
Did you pay your brokerage fee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot to remember how I was bragging that I got my OVPMG and I bought it from Canada and I didn't get a tariff or
Snuck
anything.
through, yeah. They got you.
And
No,
I
I got a
just
letter
wait.
in the mail from FedEx saying you owe $100 immediately.
Oh God, these people
Oh,
don't pay them.
man.
Screw them.
No, kind of need them. So
I could just just start invoicing everybody for anything, and people eventually pay. If you get 1 out of 100 that pays, there's your job.
yeah, if you wanted to don't do this, people. But if you wanted to be a scammy person, just send out a whole bunch of mails with government fee.
Yeah,
Return to this address.
ridiculous.
And how many
so
people
silly.
just blindly pay it? Okay, Phil. Friday Nights with Phil, you got to recap it and tell everyone what you did because I thought it was one of your best bits ever.
No, it was just regular Friday. We didn't have a guest. Oh, the
The Omegle thing.
Yeah.
The what's it
funny.
called? Omi TV.
Yeah, I think Omega went away and now it's OMTV.
I don't even. I didn't know what anything. I follow some babe on Instagram and she. I was like, I showed Cole. I said, "What is she on? Like, what's she doing?" And Cole told me what it was. So I randomly found people on the internet, and they were all pretty young, and asked them if they knew who Connor McDavid was. And I held up a picture of Connor McDavid in a suit. Only two people out of 50 knew who Connor McDavid was. And then I gave them the hint. The second picture was Connor McDavid in his Edmonton Oilers captain uniform, and they still didn't know who he was. So it was really embarrassing. I'm ashamed of the youth of my country for multiple reasons, but on this particular evening, for their lack of hockey knowledge and patriotism. But I guess it's not their fault. I mean, I don't know. Why would they know who Connor McDavid is? What have we done to make him part of our pop culture? But
Maybe a Stanley Cup would help.
I don't even think that would help. He could have two Stanley. No, he could have
fired.
2 Stanley Cups right now. It wouldn't make a difference. I don't know. No one knew who he was.
Can I tell you my favorite part? It's two parts, but they're sort of related.
What?
The fact, just the awkwardness of like, you know how these like work is it pits you with random people. It's not something people our age typically do. Which is part of what made it funny. And so you're sharing screens, and then the screen would come up and be like 4 14-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And you would have to immediately go into, hold on. I know I'm old.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know what else to say. It was research purposes. I wasn't there to be a weirdo or creepy. I mean, I don't care. Listen, I get optics. I'm an old guy. I'm bald. These girls like, oh my God, what's this boomer do? I get it. Come on, man. We were all young at one point too. But my intentions are good and full of. I genuinely wanted to know if these kids knew who Connor McDavid was. So I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to do it with Wayne Gretzky. We're going to see how bad this gets.
Okay, but then when people started to, because people can immediately be like, no, this guy isn't for me.
Yeah.
And that was happening to you. So you immediately go into don't hang up,
Yeah.
which totally showed your boomer, because I think at some point somebody said, dude, this is the internet. You don't hang up. You just skip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she was rude. Screw her. Who cares? What else am I supposed to hang up? Yeah, it's good. Though I'm glad it was. Carter called me. He's like, I can't breathe. He's like,
You have no inhibition. And this is a compliment, by the way. Like, there is no part of you that held like there's no inner conscience like I would have if I'm like, how awkward is this that this is like I'm trying to speak to this random group of 13-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And what if their parents see this, and what would they?
I would just explain
their
it.
dad try to murder me or something like that.
You just murder him back. Listen, I'm on a non-apology tour. If I truly believe, quiet Louis, if I truly believe my intentions are sound and ethical and good, all is fair game. So if dad comes on and says, what are you doing? Maybe we have a new Patreon guy coming up. I don't know. He'd probably find it funny. And if he didn't, well, then we're not going to be friends.
Regardless, Phil, that was amazing. It is a bit, I think, that you do need to, I'm not saying do it every show, but explore a little bit in the creativity of it.
The whole reason I did that was because I wasn't feeling well, and I had full plans to do it in person, and I wanted to pause it and then have the audience, the chat guess if the person was going to say yes, they know, or I'm on to something. That was just a little teaser. So give me a chance. I'll make it even better than last time.
All right, obviously we have a huge show today, so just one more quick announcement. We'll get rolling, and it's a reminder that this show, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, is a Patreon podcast. We really rely on the support of listeners, the good listener and watcher like yourself, to help us cover show expenses, produce more and hopefully better hockey card content, and then fund initiatives, even in a small way to grow the hobby. You can support us via Patreon for as little as $5 a month, be the first 999 supporters of our show. I think there's a few days left to get your entries into our 5K challenge, maybe win a hobby box as a result. It's a fun kind of event that we do within Discord, or just meet people, get access to Behind the Bench, where Neil has been it's our Discord exclusive show where Neil's been interviewing different Discord members lately to help get to know them and introduce everyone to more people in our community, which is pretty amazing. If you want to support us, just go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page, or go to Patreon directly, patrun.com, search for Hockey Cards Gongshow. There's a link in the show description in both YouTube and the podcast apps and our Instagram and TikTok profile too. We have one new patron, which I'm ticked about. And
Yeah.
Related
not
to you?
happy.
Yeah.
It's this kid. And so I saw
Oh,
the
it's Gavin.
notification. Yes. It's very sweet. Incredibly sweet. It's Louis' early 20-something, very kind, gentle soul, good human being, Gavin, who I immediately messaged. I said, cancel that. I don't want your money. And
What?
he's
I do?
refusing to.
Take his
No, I
money.
want
You
your
can take
money.
my kid's money.
I want your money. But so I'm just going to basically refund him every month
What?
because he won't cancel.
No, he won't budge. He said, tough crap. This is something I can do for you guys once a month, and it's no big deal. I'm like,
Attaboy, Gavin. I'll
He's a
take
good
it.
kid. He's a good
Whatever.
egg. Louis, you have a good egg.
Take
on
it
your
2 quarters, and I'll make a phone call.
right.
All right. You got the game plan, Bubba Louis?
I do. We got a full house today. Starting off with get to know your Hall of Famers. Then it's who's hot and the struggle bus. And I won't make Victoria mad today, I don't think. Then it's hobby news. After that, we get into a little interview with the hobby's most mysterious whale. We talked to Benjamin B. After that, new product releases. The Gongshow Mailbag. And we will follow up with personal pickups.
Thank you. We're ready to start this Gong Show with our Get to Know Your Hall of Famers series. It's where we're profiling every single Hockey Hall of Fame player that ever lived. We started with the first Hall of Fame class in 1945 and have since been working our way to present day. Currently, we're moving through the list of Hall of Fame inductees from the 1966 class, and today is a big one. We don't have to play Have We Heard of Him, because we all have. Ted Lindsay.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Very excited to learn more about Ted. You guys ready?
Sure.
Robert Blake Theodore Lindsay. It's a mouthful. Lived from 1925 until passing away at the age of 93 years young in 2019. He was born in Renfrew, Ontario, home of the Creamery Kings,
Yeah.
one of Louis' favorite teams. And then Ted passed away in Oakland, Michigan. Played hockey at 5'8", 163 pounds.
Oh,
Small guy.
I thought he was way bigger than that. I thought he was tall, man. Oh, I guess not.
Look at the captain's patch on that jersey. That's
Yeah, you took it right from me. I was like, I got to put this picture in there. That's so sweet.
love it.
Just in
I had
case
a
you want
football-
to change halfway through a game. Oh, nope, you're the captain now for period 2. We can just pin this on your sweater.
Whenever I see a small athlete, I always think of there's a high school football coach we had who would always say dynamite comes in small packages
Ooh.
to try to pump the tires of the little guys. In a
Oh,
playing
you can
career,
use that.
Very
yeah,
true.
there you go. In a playing career that lasted from 1944 until 1965, Ted played for basically 2 NHL teams, the Red Wings of Detroit and the Chicago Blackhawks. During his career, Lindsay won 4 Stanley Cups in 1950, 52, 54, and 55. Won the Art Ross Trophy in 1950 as well. Was named to the NHL First All-Star Team 8 times. That's very impressive. And the second All-Star team once in 1949. Played in 11 All-Star games. His number 7 was retired by the Red Wings in 1991. And in 2017, Lindsay was named to the list of 100 greatest NHL players in history. In 1,068 career regular season games, he produced 379 goals, 472 assists for 851 points, along with 1,808 penalty minutes.
Attaboy.
In 133 playoff games, he scored 47 goals and totaled 96 points. After his career, Lindsay would work in television as an analyst, spent time as the GM of the Red Wings, and also time as their coach. And then he started a foundation for autism research that donated millions of dollars, so I guess good on him there.
Attaboy.
Why should you care about Ted Lindsay? We grew up in Kirkland Lake and took to the game early. Later credited listening to Detroit broadcasts on the powerful WJR radio as part of how he bonded with the Red Wings long before he ever wore the sweater. As a junior, he played at St. Michael's in Toronto and won the 1944 Memorial Cup. Is St. Michael's a thing? Is that like Shattuck St. Mary's here or no?
It's a I'm assuming it's a high school. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Like, I know St. Michael's is a high school, I think,
Okay.
somewhere. I don't know.
Isn't it a famous high school in Toronto? I don't know much about it, but
If that's the one that they're referring to, then yes.
Okay. Probably. So he won the 1944 Memorial Cup with Oshawa. An early sign he was NHL bound even before Detroit got him into camp. Detroit signed him to a pro contract on October 18th, 1944, a notable milestone because he became the first son of an original NHL player to make the league.
Oh.
So his dad played in the NHL. He scored his first NHL goal in his second game, November 2nd, 1944, and started establishing a reputation right away. He also got into his first NHL fight within days, setting the tone for how he played. As a 19-year-old rookie in 1944-45, he produced immediately with 17 goals in 45 games, enough offense to pair with his edge and keep him in Detroit's plans. He earned the Terrible Ted nickname because he played far bigger than his listed size, an intense confrontational style that teammates loved and opponents hated. Even as one of the smaller players of his era, he became a prototype for small but relentless, and he still scored like a top-line winger and was a 4-time 30-goal scorer in Detroit. His career changed when Detroit put him with Sid Abel and Gordie Howe. Lindsay scored 33 goals in their first season together, and the trio became hockey's famous production line. Year after year, his reputation matched the results. He played in the NHL All-Star Game 11 straight seasons from 1947 to 1957 and made the first All-Star team 8 times. In 1949-50, the production line finished 1, 2, and 3 in league scoring, and Lindsay led the NHL with 78 points, including a career-high 55 assists, winning the Art Ross Trophy. That same spring, Detroit won the 1950 Stanley Cup, and Lindsay became the first player known to lift the cup and skate it around the rink, starting a tradition that players still follow. That's pretty amazing. Right there. The Red Wings kept meeting Montreal in the biggest moments, and Habs legend Maurice Richard later said it was Lindsay, not Howe, who caused us the most problems in those finals losses.
Wow.
And
That's a lot of praise. That's
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
is a lot of
praise
praise.
coming from the Rocket.
in 1952, Detroit made him captain, formalizing what teammates already knew. He set standards through competitiveness, physical play, and pace. The 1952 championship run reinforced what Detroit leaned on. Lindsay's line drove play and his game mixed production with pressure that wore opponents down over a series. By 1954, Alex Delvecchio had replaced Abel at center, but the production line kept rolling, and Detroit added another Stanley Cup with Lindsay still at the heart of it. In 1955, Detroit won again, giving Lindsay 4 cups with the Red Wings, an era where his on-ice resume was already Hall of Fame level. In the mid-1950s, he began focusing hard on player working conditions, issues like the pension fund and baseline protections, and he pushed the topic, though he knew it could cost him personally. He helped build a cross-league leadership group by recruiting team reps Bill Gadsby from the Rangers, Fern Flaman from the Bruins, Gus Mortensen from the Blackhawks, and Jim Thompson from the Maple Leafs, and Doug Harvey with the Canadiens. The asks were straightforward by today's standards: clear pension terms, a minimum salary for rookies, moving expenses for traded players, and meal money, done without trying to disrupt games or schedules. The backlash was immediate and personal. Mortensen recalled Conn Smythe threatening careers and future opportunities, and Gadsby described how scared players were of ownership power in a 6-team league. In Detroit, the controversy hit Lindsay directly. He was stripped of captaincy in 1956, a visible warning shot tied to his union activity. On July 23, 1957, Jack Adams traded Lindsay and goalie Glenn Hall to Chicago, widely read as punishment and exile, because the Blackhawks were a much weaker situation at the time. He played 3 seasons in Chicago, but it wasn't the same peak context as Detroit's dynasty years, and he retired in 1960, still identifying himself as a Red Wing at heart. In 1964-65, he made a highly scrutinized comeback at age 39 after 4 years away and answered it with 11 goals and 14 assists in 69 games as Detroit finished first overall. Ted Lindsay retired for good in 1965 with 1,068 NHL games, 379 goals, 472 assists for 851 points, and again, 1,808 penalty minutes, plus 96 points in 133 playoff games, leaving a legacy defined by elite two-way impact, terrible Ted competitiveness, and real risk taken to push player rights forward.
Oh,
I love that.
I really want to just spend a few seconds here on how important Ted Lindsay is, whether you're a Union man or not. He was, you stated it, Josh. The impact was almost immediate. I mean, I wasn't alive then. I wasn't even sperm, but from what I've heard and what I've read, and I've read a lot of old hockey books, Ted Lindsay was public enemy number one for all owners and management in the NHL. He wasn't like he was traded as a warning, like that was talk about a cautionary tale. And I think Ted was very loud about it, and he spoke to the media, and he didn't hold back. He organized players. He challenged owners he didn't beat around the bush. He was very specific. He challenged them on pay, pensions, basic respect, I guess, right? I think that would have been unheard of in the 40s and 50s, but I think it was just very important for the players today. They're multimillionaires. They're not well off. They're beyond well off.
They're generational wealth today. Yes.
Generational wealth. And they all should thank Ted Lindsay for that. CBC did a great miniseries when I was a kid. I was like 12 or 13 in the 90s about it. I don't know if it would stand the test of time now, but it's very important to honor Ted Lindsay for what he did.
Sure, owners had the power, and when people have power, they typically don't want to lose it. And so that his demands and advocacy for players' rights was a threat to their power.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at Ted Lindsay's hobby market. So his rookie card, even though his career started before, but was basically during World War II. So his rookie card was not until the 1951 Parker set. It's card number 56. The highest-selling copy is the PSA 9. We're looking at YouTube that brought in $9,840 in November 2020. You'd have to think that would go for a little bit more if it went up for auction today. There's also a terrible Ted card in the 1952 Parker set, card number 87. Highest sellers is PSA 8 that sold for $1,090 in October 2024. There's a number of playing day cards for Lindsay, so I'm going to skip ahead to a couple of my favorites. I think my favorite card of his would be the 1954 Top set, which is just an amazing set overall that features him with the captain's C there and obviously like driving down the ice. PSA 9 we're looking at is the highest seller, $2,706 in June 2012. And then the last one we'll show.
Hey, before we go on to that, Josh, I got a silly question with this card. Now, I know that's a drawing, right?
I think so, yeah.
Now, is the C, did they ever change sides for the captain and alternates? Aren't they on the left side usually?
I have no idea. Maybe somebody sewed in the wrong spot, or at a time they did it on the right. It's a good question. All right. The last Lindsay card is from his Blackhawks days. It's a 1958 Topps, another iconic set. Looks a little bit older there for sure. This is a photo.
Little weathered there. I mean, he lived over 90, but Ted's happy. He's I've never seen this card.
I selling copies of PSA 8 that sold for $436 in July 2000. I just love this card, so I had to pick it.
He's a happy grandpa.
That's awesome.
He's probably our age there. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
This was on his comeback tour.
All right, folks, that's your Hockey Hall of Famer, Ted Lindsay.
Thanks, Josh. Good job.
You're welcome. Thanks, Ted. We've concluded another week of NHL play, and today we're going to roll through our weekly picks for Who's Hot in the Struggle Bus. So Phil, Louie, and myself have each picked out a candidate for both.
Why doesn't Victoria have to do it? Why do you make us
Well,
do
here's
mine
the
next
thing. I
week?
got a
don't like
very
doing them.
nice text from Victoria who she just wants to comment and make fun of you guys. She said that my picks last week were fantastic, interesting, and funny. That's a direct quote. And requested that I go first again to set the proper tone for the group, which
At least
I
she
agreed.
knows not to say that you're the prettiest one, because that's a straight lie.
She might have said that I didn't want to get too self-indulgent right now.
Okay.
So I left some of it out.
Oh,
But
thank you.
I won't share what she said about you guys because, frankly, it's not proper.
That's okay.
And there's words that seemed harsh and I don't even understand. But so I'll start off this week. Victoria will add her comments with who's hot. And I had to go with my hockey card nemesis, Ryan O'Reilly, who I always get in every stupid box I open is my big hit. But in the last 2 weeks, the Nashville Predators forward has produced 5 goals, 8 assists for 13 points in 7 games played. On the season, the 34-year-old Clinton, Ontario native now has 18 goals, 50 points in 51 games played as a +5, while averaging just over 20 minutes time on ice. He's in his 18th NHL year already. Is that crazy?
What?
Yes.
Wow. Holy.
And he's having one of his best seasons, which is pretty impressive. Leads the Predators in points so far, and is third in goals behind Steven Stamkos and Philippe Forsberg. Stammer has 25 goals, Forsberg has 19, and O'Reilly has 18. On Friday, the Factor, as they call O'Reilly, was named NHL Player of the Week by the NHLPA. And believe it or not, this surprised me. The Preds have been on a little bit of a heater lately. They're 3 points out of the last wildcard spot in the Western Conference. Which brings up the $64,000 Ryan O'Reilly question right now is he going to get traded before the deadline, despite being on a hot streak? I wouldn't mind him as a rental right now for our Minnesota Wild.
No, you want Trocheck. That's the best player for you guys. That's what I think you guys should get.
Really?
Yeah. It's that guy. That guy will cap you guys off to maybe hit the finals, maybe even win. My opinion.
Trocheck, Stamkos, and O'Reilly are the names that keep getting floated around here.
I like Trocheck's game.
What about you, Louis? Which of those three would you prefer?
Well, off of Stammer or O'Reilly, I'd probably go O'Reilly, but Phil just threw a wrench into the whole thing.
Why?
What is it about Trocheck that you think would be such a good fit?
Yeah, I don't know. He's low. His salary, his contract, when I looked at it, looked not bad. I think he would round you guys off. He's got some good grit. I think he'd be less of a gamble than O'Reilly and Stamkos. And I don't know. He's more of a rental, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, just he's maybe the more of a sleeper pick for you. I just think he rounds out your team a little nicer than the senior citizens.
Fair.
That's what I was. Phil took the words.
Spring chicken himself, but
yeah, Phil stole the words there. I was going to say it's kind of more that sleeper pick that could probably help us. So,
well, Ryan O'Reilly is a 2009 Young Guns. Don't see these very often. PSA 10 pop of 35. Crazy. 19% gem rate. Lasts over 111 US dollars on January 11th. Pretty much flat compared to the prior sale. Again, these don't, with a pop of 35, these sell rarely, if ever. So the prior sale was 108 US last July. So again, $3 difference. But so I put Ryan O'Reilly on Who's Hot. And please stop showing up in the boxes I open.
Yeah. You got no Riley.
Just blew me away.
You got no Riley recently?
Oh, still all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone's got that one person.
But maybe it's like, I remember when I got my first truck, like whatever that was. What did I get? I got a Chevrolet Silverado. And a week after, I was like, oh my God, there's so many Silverados out on the road, but I never noticed before. Maybe it's one of those things. You just notice it more now.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We need a psychologist.
Louis,
It's called confirmation bias.
What's that, Victoria?
Like the phenomenon's called confirmation bias.
Ah, there it is.
I knew we needed a smart person.
Yeah. She goes to universities.
Josh, were you kind of like, holy crap, when you saw this Young Guns, though? I mean, you're smarter than me, but I was like, no clue O'Reilly ever played for Colorado. every time I see him, I just think of the Blues.
Blues or wherever he was at. Buffalo, wasn't he?
It's an
I don't
ugly
know.
uniform, so it's easily forgettable.
Oh, don't.
Oh,
Okay,
well.
Lou.
It is.
All right. My who's hot pick. I went with John Gibson.
What?
So, since joining the Red Wings, Gibby, he's been a dominant player in net. He's consistently making highlights with clutch saves, and it's been showing why the Red Wings pursued him so aggressively in the offseason. For him, with watching, the run's just not about wins, which he has a ton of, but what I've seen, it's all about confidence he's been having in net, and he's been giving these Red Wings more opportunities in tight games with, timely saves, making momentum shifts for the team. And I think this is why Detroit's really on kind of this good run. When's been a while since we heard playoffs for Detroit, right? But I think he's, got to be probably the top reason for it. I liked him in goal for us, but they can't rely on Talbot to take
John
him,
Gibson played for the Wild? What?
Oh, yeah.
When did he play for the Wild?
What? He was a Duck his whole life, wasn't he?
Oh, no, Cam Talbot. No, Cam Talbot, the other Detroit goalie.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not Gibson. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all good. So with the way Gibson's been playing lately, I like to call these momentum moments, and I don't know if I need to trademark that or not. I think it's kind of neat.
It's a millionaire idea. Yeah.
Cool. Hope it works out. But teammates have openly quoted that he's playing like a Vezina-worthy goalie with his calm and steady competitiveness, and he is setting the tone for the team when they take the ice. Since early December, he is one of the best goalies, posting a 2.12 goals against average with goalies that have played in as many games. He's right up there with some of the top contenders. But over his last 5 games, and I probably could have gone back farther, the stats didn't change too much, but he's posted a 1.75 goals against with 93% save percentage. And, what he's let in, if I do the math, I think I saw the stat. I think he's let in 6 goals. I think it was something around like 137 saves and 120 some odd shots, which I don't know, that don't matter to me, but if you're a goalie, that might reflect more. Mr. Gibson is a 2013 Young Guns with a PSA 10 pop of 101 and a gem rate of 57%. The last sale for this PSA 10 was January 18th. His card is up 8% in the last 6 months, but this part was mind-blowing. It's up 123% over the last 12 months. And here's a graph to show it climbed and stayed steady, but what was that jump? Just going to Detroit?
Sure.
Did you make that graph, Louis?
It's a card ladder graph that I made look prettier.
Okay.
Cool.
There you go. All right, John Gibson. The picture, the pads are sweet. I love when these retro goalie pads, like when they're mimic the old brown leather ones that weighed 800 pounds, but
yeah, it's sexy.
Don't anymore.
I love Gibson. Yeah. I'm upset you picked on him. He's a good guy.
He's
a good goalie, man.
Put him in Who's Hot.
Where's in Who's Hot?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I thought we were doing Struggle Bus. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, God.
We can skip right to Struggle Bus and cover you for a half hour if we wanted to do that. But, your team didn't need Gibson, though. You guys are just rocking at the Tendy situation. But we're not going there again today. No. So, who did you pick, Phil?
Okay, so my pick this week, boys, is the best player in the 2018 draft, the man himself, Andrei Svechnikov. I can't say that name very well, and I apologize for what I'm about to say as well. On a team that nobody really pays attention to, okay, listen. If you're a Carolina Hurricane fan, that's a cool story, bro. I'm generally saying 65% Okay. Nobody cares about the Hurricanes. And that's a fact when it's way more than 65%. But anywho, he's been on a real good rip lately. Last 5 games, he's got 6 goals, 2 assists. That's a total of 8 points. He's a +3 if plus minus is your thing. He's 25 years old. He is a big, strong Russian winger, and he's finding his game every year, year after year. He's on pace to smash his season best goals. In 2021-22, he scored 30 goals right on the dot. He's currently sitting halfway through the season, just a little over, at 18 goals and 25 assists. That's a total of 43 points. If he keeps this up and then some and add a little bit, he could hit 90 points on the season. So we all know Carolina is and has been a great team for a few years now. In the regular season, absolute dog crap in the playoffs. So is it going to be different this year? I don't know. It's a completely different sport after 82 games. To be a superstar, you need to perform in the playoffs. It's just the way it is. Maybe this year is Svechnikov's year, but I think he's one of those forgotten players because he's on a forgotten team, and he's pretty damn good. Every time I see him play against my Sens, he does what he wants out there. It's a 2018 Young Gun PSA 10 pop count of, holy crap, 1,264. The gem rate of 69%. And the last sale was $37 on January 22nd. So I guess some people are noted. $37. Wow. Well, he's a good player to collect, I guess. That's pretty low. Holy moly. He's up 10% the last 3 months. That probably doesn't even make sense. And it's down 17% over the last year. No one's buying this guy. No one's buying him. And he's my pick for doing on the good bus. Yeah.
Okay, I have a follow-up comment.
Yeah.
You started your very loving and emotional tribute to Andrei Svechnikov by saying he's the best player from the 2018 NHL draft.
As of today, January 26th, 2026, yes.
Better than Brady Tkachuk?
On today, yes, he is.
Okay. Better than Quinnesota?
I don't know. I haven't watched any Wild games this week. I don't know.
Oh, what a cop-out.
Well, it's not a call. I don't care. I'll lie. I'll tell you a comfortable lie. No.
Shame.
No, boys. My little fragile friends. Quinnesota is the best ever. No one's better than him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
In Hughes, we
Let's
trust.
ask Victoria.
No
Yeah, Victoria.
comment.
Oh, God. Oh, she's going to stay on Phil's good side for the day.
Because I'm going to steer in 3 weeks. That's why.
I honestly, I can't even intellectually comment. I don't know much about him. So, yeah.
I can't even say his name. Don't
You
worry.
can just
You're good.
talk out of your butt like we do. I
Oh.
mean,
That's not a very ladylike thing to tell her to do. Come on, Victoria. Talk out of your butt. It's fun.
well, it kind of is. Let's be honest.
Well, no.
Hey, Ventura. Let's go.
The struggle bus is here.
You keep
I picked
calling
a
her
rookie.
Judas.
The number 2 overall pick in the draft. Artyom Levshinov. In his last 6 games played, Levshinov has no points and is a -4 with 8 penalty minutes.
He has no points. He's terrible.
Well, Victoria, you're the smart one around here. Is that good? No points? -4?
Hey, penalty minutes is entertaining, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
okay. All right. Well,
My
you're a
sister
fan.
loved the penalty box, so I don't mind.
Oh, yeah. She's the
People.
baddie, eh? Your sister's
yeah.
a baddie? Yeah. Nice.
On the
At one
season,
point in university, she was leading the league in penalty minutes.
really?
Yeah. The entire
What?
Canadian University League, my sister was leading the league at one point.
Your mom
Yeah.
must have been mortified and your dad must have been happy, right?
Yeah, my dad was like, let's go, it's my girl.
They know what they're doing. Hack them in the laces.
Would she do the throat slash, the right in the
No, she wasn't she
vocal
wasn't
box?
dirty. No, she wasn't dirty like that. She just, yeah.
I hate to be the one to break this, but women
No, you
don't
don't.
have Adam's apples, Josh.
I said in the vocal box. I stopped.
Okay. I thought you said Adam's apple in the vocal box. You're such a...
I took a sharp left turn in the middle, in that sentence, Phil. Yeah.
In their Adam's vocal box.
Somehow you catch nothing except that.
What?
What
don't know.
planet? What multiverse in right now? Okay. On the season, the 20-year-old Blackhawks defenseman has 2 goals and 21 points in 49 games played and is a -20. Levshinov as I said, was the second overall pick in the 2024 NHL entry draft. And I only mention that so we can play the game of, would you take any of these players that were drafted after Artie Levshinov if you could have a do-over? So he was number 2 pick. Number 3 was kind of the new darling, one of the new darlings, Beckett Seneke from the Anaheim Ducks. I don't know. Number 5, Ivan Demidov.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
That's not good.
Number 6 pick was Tidge Aginla. It's pretty awesome. He hasn't made it to the NHL yet, but in World Juniors, he was very impressive.
Yes.
Very good. Mm-hmm.
Number 9 was Zane Parake. And number
Teeny
12
tiny.
was Zeev Bium. So, I don't know. I'll have to see how it
You
plays out.
forgot Carter Yakimchuk.
Is he on your team?
Yes.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, well, we only wanted to do 5 players. We figured we'd lose your attention so we put any more in there.
Fair enough.
Carter Yepimachuk. Okay, it's been a little bit of a trial by fire for Levshinov. He's been paired with another promising defensive prospect in Wyatt Kaiser, Minnesota native, as opposed to matching up a young defender with a veteran like you see a lot of teams will typically do. Maybe it'll pay off big for the Hawks in the long run. And here's what Artie had to say recently about learning on the fly with Kaiser. Obviously, it's not always perfect, but we're doing our best. Aw.
Oh,
For sure, every game, and sometimes mistakes happen. We're still trying to do the best, to play the right way and do the right things. And it sounds like the Blackhawks definitely have a patience mindset with him. They know it would take some time for his game to translate to the NHL. Now, Artyom Levshinov is a 2025-26 Series 1 Young Guns PSA 10 pop of 20. Includes a 32% gem rate, less so for $127 on January 24th. There's only been a handful of sales so far, and they all seem to be in the $115 to $130 range. So struggling a little bit, but he's young.
Well, he's trying his best. That's good enough.
Yeah.
He's trying his best.
Trying.
It's a trophy.
That's what the NHL is. NHL is a league where guys just try their best.
Louis, who did you put on the struggle bus?
Exactly.
I went with the Washington Capitals, Ryan Leonard, or Leonard, however you want to go about saying that. So in Leonard's last few games with the Caps, it's a reminder of how thin the line is between impact and frustration for a young NHL forward. It could even go for the D, for Levshinov. Maybe there's a little to learn between the two of them here. You can show the effort, the edge, the will all day, but the results don't always follow. Leonard has gone through a short stretch where the points have dried up with no offensive output. He's been on the ice for more goals than against, and he's forcing plays that aren't there, which highlights defensive and situational struggles. In the kid's last 7 games, he's got 1 goal, no assists for 1 point, and sits at a -7. From what I've seen and read, he's trying to do too much out there on the ice, which then creates turnovers. And with that, rush decisions are creeping in for the youngster right now. His physical edge is still there, so we can see that there's the complete factor in him, and he's playing some hard minutes out there. But I'm going to go out and call this maybe another, I need to turn this into copyright. We'll just call it an NHL adjustment phase.
How many copyrights do you plan on filing?
Dude, I'm on a roll today. I was having fun with this stuff, so I had to go back into my little coach's Rolodex. And if you're listening to the show and don't know what a Rolodex is, go look it up. It's kind of neat. He and many others need to learn how to make an impact in the game without the puck and without scoring. I think that's key for a young lad out on the ice. So without going cliche on the bit, I'll call this for the time being a development hiccup and not something to go crazy over if this is your guy, which I think he'll be fine. But right now, not so much. He is a 2025 Young Guns, PSA 10 pop of 18, and a gem rate of 34%. Oddly, this is his last PSA 10 sale, came way back November last year for $237. Really nothing.
Yeah, it's a pop of 18. And I think like with a lot of these Series 1 guys, what we're seeing is there were Celebrinis that were rushed and maybe paid a little bit more money to get them back faster. And we haven't seen the onslaught of grading results come through for the secondary.
You're probably
I
right
like your
there, yeah.
I like your choice of words. The onslaught. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. All right. Good job, Bubba Lee. Philip,
Thank you.
who did you put on the struggle bus this week?
Okay, I got.
Rude.
Who do I got? Yeah, Jake McCabe.
Herpes?
So it's not a sexy hobby pick, but we can't recycle the same players as always. So I'm trying really hard to pick players.
From the Maple Leafs?
No,
Yeah, like
no, he just happens to play for them. Maybe I'm a little disgruntled because maybe I'm trying to beat my stepkid because my own kid pissed me off, So don't do that though. That's bad. Okay, so so my pick for this week to suck less is Jake McCabe on the blue team. There's no reason to run near your multiple $1,000 Jake McCabe personal collection and start selling them. Don't worry. The dude has just not been great lately. That's all. Okay. So why do you say that, Phil? Why are you so mean? Okay, well, I'll tell you. So although Jake McCabe is not utilized for a high point production type of player, he's just not been playing very good. And I'll stick to his last 5 games. So he has 1 point. He has 1 assist. And that was to a 6-5 loss to Vegas. A top pairing D-man shouldn't be, okay, wait for it, a -8. A -8's pretty bad in 5 games. Whether you believe in that stat or not, I kind of do. And, and I watched 2 Leaf games. He's noticeable out there for the wrong reasons, right? My coach, I don't know what coach said it to me, but a defenseman you shouldn't really notice. A true defenseman you shouldn't notice, and it means they had a good game. But just like my Sens, but maybe not as bad on their crappy level. Turmoil and controversy in Blue Nation. I don't think anybody really collects McCabe anyways. So if he miraculously turns this around, cool story, bro. No one really cares. I think more the hockey fans will care, not really the hockey hobby fans. And listen, if you're a Jake McCabe fan, I'm sorry. I'm not picking on you. There's just not a lot of you. All right. And just a friendly little history lesson for the Minnesota fans in the room. During the 2013-14 NCAA season, the Minnesota, I don't know what your team's name is, Skyuma or something. You guys were on a 14-game unbeaten streak.
Golden Gophers?
Yeah, that's it, the Gophers. But Jake McCabe and the Wisconsin Badgers handed the number 1 ranked Gophers a 2-1 loss on February 6, 2014. And the best part of this story is McCabe scored the game winner.
That was his last goal.
I hope you choke out with that. Look at how entertaining.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. Okay, so it was a really tough night for the Gophers, but it was historic for the Badgers. Okay, so PSN 10 pop count of
Wait, how is that relevant to him being on the struggle bus right now, please?
I needed things to say.
He wanted to stick it to you guys.
Yeah, I'll
in
stick
Minnesota.
it, twist it. Yeah.
Victoria, there's a button bar. No. I gotta find it that Phil loves, and he's gonna get it.
What are you doing?
No, Josh, no one wants to hear that. It's not funny. It's not
No, I want to do it as a punishment, but okay, I can't.
Yeah,
find
but
it. Move
people
on.
listen to this. I think we should be
Nobody
somewhat
listens.
mindful that not all inside jokes should be brought
I forgot
in
to tell you guys we now have 0 listeners. Nobody listens.
Okay,
so.
okay. Anyways, back to the McCabe thing. So he is a PSA 10 pop count of 9 with a 60% gem rate.
9.
9.
He has
9
9
times.
Someone grade 1 to get him in double digits. Anyway, okay. Apparently, I have 9 people mad at me. Okay, so last sale of his PSA 10 was in April 2025. Well, that's not that bad. For $54. Hey, that's respectable. That's a respectable price. So for Card Ladder, there are 3 sales of this card going back to 2023. Thank you, Louis, for that research.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. It was excuse me, and I'm done.
We have 9 people mad at you, which is quite an improvement over last show, where the whole city of Ottawa was mad.
That's fine. All those people who are upset don't get what I was saying. That's fine.
Okay. Quick recap on who's hot. We had Ryan O'Reilly, John Gibson, Andrei Svechnikov, and on the struggle bus, Artem Levchinov, Ryan Leonard, and Jake McCabe. Phil's honorary Maple Leafs pick.
Jake McCabe, the only guy on the Toronto Maple Leafs that'll sacrifice his body and blocking more shots than the goaltenders do.
Yeah,
And he's picking on him.
You want to? I like Jake McCabe, but I had to pick somebody.
That was another Baba Louie Hobby hot take.
You didn't just do the fist bump, did you?
Yeah. Slap Sharks is a Gongshow partner sponsor. Thankful for their support of our show. The current Slap Sharks weekly eBay auction is live. Ends this upcoming Thursday night. It's about 6,700 cards in this week's auction. Some big monsters, too. There's a Gretzky Grail, the StarQuest Gold, already at like $7,000 or something like that. Some big Celebrini cards, as we all expect now. I think a Future Watch Auto inscribed. Cannot wait to see how that one goes. There's a 2022 McDavid Sign of the Times Black Gold ink that's inscribed with his 182-point season that I caught there too. So again, some great cards in the auction. Thursday night is a can't miss. We'll be there live on the Gongshow YouTube channel starting at 8 p.m. Covered a bunch of the big cards ending. Have some fun with the chat. It'll be myself, Sylvan, Philip, and special guest Laffer Cards, right?
Yeah, Riley. Yeah, I love it. It'll be
Should
good.
be a lot of fun. Hey, Victoria. So in the Pokemon circles, I know Slap Sharks over the last year has been, they're even doing a separate TCG night. Is it a big thing, Slap Sharks now and TCG too? I kind of assume it is, but I don't do
Yeah,
TCG.
it's definitely like I see Slap Sharks at shows all the time. They're always set up with their little they have like a little tent.
That's not
and
business.
they're-
That's not business. Karn's a big Pokemon collector. He loves the little colorful guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, huge. Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
he's into Labubu too.
yeah, I love
Oh.
Labubu. He's a big
I love
Labubu guy.
Labubu.
Yeah, I saw them
I
at
love
the,
a
I
good
saw them in his
Labubu.
office when I went there.
Mabubu Labubu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sounds hot.
Well, if you haven't tried selling your cards on Slap Sharks, you should. Confident you won't regret it. And if you're an American, like me and Baba Louie, we partnered with Slap Sharks to make it even easier to sell your cards. We are the official, we're official, sounds important, U.S. submission partner, meaning you just send the cards in to us via the Gongshow P.O. Box or our UPS or FedEx addresses that are provided on the Slap Sharks website. Then you don't have to worry about the pain, hassle, torture, misery, and suffering of international shipping. That's what we have Baba Louie for. He loves suffering.
The international canoe. Oh,
Yeah, look where it got me in jail.
yeah. One sec.
Whoa, what
One
are
sec.
we doing? Just continue on, Josh.
Oh,
You
what a
got
goat
this.
rodeo this is. Okay, what else? Okay, so for complete consignment information, including pay rates, and to get the process started today, head to slapsharks.com. Hobby news.
Hobby news.
Hobby news.
Hobby news.
What? No
Hobby
singing? No singing?
Well, you got to bring the heat, Phil.
I'm lukewarm right now.
I know.
Apologies.
You're a warrior.
I'm not a. This is not a war. Living life is not being a
You're a
warrior.
legend. You're
Oh,
such a legend. You're such a legend, Phil. Okay. Fractional card ownership. Oh, good. Is it
What?
coming back?
Oh, Jesus.
So Phil and Victoria's Canadian brethren, Kevin O'Leary,
Oh, God.
and then
Yes.
Matt Allen, also known as Shine.
Oh, boy.
I have no idea who that is.
You don't know who Kevin O'Leary is?
No, I know who he is. I don't know who Shine is.
I think Shine is just like a rich card collector.
Okay.
And then a guy named Paul Warsaw. So they've created a company called Secure. And together they purchased some of the most expensive ultra-modern sports cards, like the dual Jordan and Kobe Logo Man autos that they paid $12.9 million US dollars for a few months ago. And then also the famed triple Logo Man of Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe. So O'Leary and Shine were recently on Fox News and doing a big media tour pumping up cards, showing some of them off, and they profess their belief that these cards have already appreciated greatly. I think they said like that the Kobe Jordan Logo Man auto is already worth 20 million or something like that. They're estimating. Right. And so, and I guess there's good and bad through that. There's promoting the hobby, maybe for right or wrong reasons. That's debatable. But here's the thing that got me as part of this. And in recapping their media tour in a story I read on collect.com, I guess O'Leary has intimated that there might be an opportunity for the public to start to buy into some of these cards that they're purchasing through Secure and what they call the Wonder Shine Index. through fractional card ownership. And, we've been down this path before a few years ago, and it did not end well. We had like Liquid Marketplace, the Logan Paul thing that, so the whole idea is you buy a $1 million card that very few people, of course, can afford. And then you sell tiny fractions of that for $100 a piece or something like that, 10,000 units of that card for $100 a piece. So you can own part of $1 million card. But oh boy, I was hoping that we would never go back here, that this would have been like a lesson learned from the whole 2020 through 2022 market boom. But it sounds like that might, again, the hobby is humming right now, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised. I don't know. What do you guys think about fractional card ownership?
I'm staying away from it as far as possible. I don't really, if I can be mature about this, I understand how this might be enticing for some folks in the hobby that look at the hobby differently than me. But even if you're a hybrid collector where you buy, like Dave, right? He sells cards to get high in his own supply and rinse and repeat. And I consider Dave a very finger on the pulse hybrid collector. He understands what's going on in the current market, but that's not his goal. His goal is to have fun. He has a full-time job. I think this might be very enticing to, like I said before, people that look at the hobby in a different, more serious way. To give my cheeky comment, if you can't own the card outright, what are you doing owning a little bit of it with other people? I think that's, you should look in the mirror if that's what it's come to. Unless you view this as a stock market. And some people do, and I respect that. I personally don't.
What do you think, Victoria?
The Liquid Marketplace thing in Logan Paul right now is it's like a hot topic, I think, in TCG right now, because his Illustrator card is currently up for auction with Golden. But previously that card, I believe, was on Liquid Marketplace and people had the opportunity to buy a fraction of it, and those people never got their money when, like, with Logan Paul putting it up on auction. So people are really upset. And yeah, I mean, I agree with Phil. Like, if I'm collecting, I want to own the card physically. To say that I own 10% or 5% or 1% of an Illustrator Pokemon card doesn't mean much to me, because it's not mine. It's like mine and 500 other people's.
It's an asset. And it's not like it's just a placeholder and an asset. You don't care about the product. You care about your return on investment, your ROI.
Yeah. And I think, like, at its core, a hobby like this should remain a hobby. Obviously, there's money to be made, and I can't sit here and point fingers, because I do sell cards to fund my own collection. Yeah. But I think that this fractional thing is just, it's too much. It's too much pushing the line, I think, on collecting versus investing.
You have any opinion on this, Baba Louie?
I mean, if you're into, $12 million cards and they go up and you're going to make a chunk out of it, this might not be too much of a factor because you're going to get paid out. But I look at this as, I wouldn't want to share ownership in a card with you guys, even as best friends. Because if S hit the fan, hurtful. There's a reason though, because if something went south between friends, that just makes an icky situation for all of it. Yeah. That's the direction I'm going to go at this with.
Wouldn't there be a contract in place though, if there's money involved?
Well, here's what, like, my thought on, even if you're pro fractional card ownership, and it would be cool to you to say, I own a small piece of a hobby grail, a multi-million-dollar card, is if this is going to happen again, I think that the card itself needs to be secured in some format where it goes to a third party, an independent third party, that in the case of like a Liquid Marketplace or a new company, that company defaults, that as an owner of a piece of that card, you're not just SOL at that point, that the card would be liquidated by a third party and you would be paid out whatever that card sells for. You would be paid out the appropriate percentage. I think to your point, Victoria, what you're mentioning is that people bought into what they thought was ownership of a card, but I don't think it turned out to be real ownership because at the end of the day, they own nothing, right? The company went defunct and Logan Paul still got the card around his neck. And now he's going to get paid big time. I don't know all the particulars. I won't comment more on that, but yeah, I would hope that there would be, I'm not trying to get like government involved, but there's a reason why, like in the US, why people trust banks. Because of FDIC insurance, that they're insured by the government, and that your money is secure up to each deposit up to $100,000 here in the U.S. And that's why people have the confidence to go put their money in a bank. Where I think that there has to be, if we're going to get back into this lane, some sort of mechanism that secures these cards and gives, because to your point, Phil, I think it is, you can't call it collecting, it's investing, that would give the investor confidence that their money, that they're investing in some sort of secured asset.
But I was very careful not to make fun of it. I can, and I probably will privately amongst my friends that I feel safe and comfortable with. But don't get upset at. There's someone listening right now for sure who's just ripping this apart. Just don't give it the energy. Go collect your way, right? This is not ruining my hobby. This is not ruining the way I hobby. It might indirectly affect prices down the line and blah blah. It's a very layered conversation. I'm sure it can be. Don't get there. Don't let it get you. Don't let this upset you.
Fair point. Okay. Moving on. I don't know. I just thought this was interesting and kind of continuing the trend of paying very, very young players that have produced not a ton, but shown a little promise, a lot of money. And Josh Doan just got paid. So the Buffalo Sabres have signed Doan to a 7-year, $48.5 million contract extension. The deal will pay him just under $7 million a season. Not a crazy amount, but a lot for a young player. Also includes a limited, I think, 7-team no trade clause. He's 23 years old, a Sabres forward, and of course the son of Shane Doan, who had a long and pretty good NHL career. And Doan arrived in Buffalo this summer along with defenseman Michael Castlering when JJP was shipped to Utah. New Sabres GM, I can never say this guy's name, Jarmo Kekalainen, had this to say about the signing. Josh is a player that impacts the team both on and off the ice, works hard, competitive, skilled, and his game is going to continue to develop. We believe he will be a core piece of this team moving forward, and we're excited to have him as a Buffalo Sabre long term. So Doan is in his second full NHL season to this point, has produced 15 goals, 20 assists for 35 points in 50 games played, and currently he's playing on the top line, which surprised me a little bit, in Buffalo with Tage Thompson and Alex Tuck. So I don't know, any thoughts on Doan or just, again, this overall trend of teams locking these guys up for big long-term contracts in basically their first or after their first year in the league?
It's an educated guess. Good for them. We did that with Drake Batherson. We got him on a phenomenal contract. He gets paid not much more than not even. Josh Doan is getting more than Batherson. We locked him up real good. I think you have to do that for these players. It's an educated gamble, I guess. Like you said, Josh Doan hasn't done a lot, but if the right signs of his game are there, it's enough for management to take a good swing at a nice fat contract and lock him up.
Yeah,
it is.
I'd agree with that.
Okay, it is surprising to me that we've talked about it before. Just the general trend of how it seems like from like a risk reward standpoint, teams are willing to risk long-term contracts on players that might for a little bit less money for players that may not live up to the terms of that contract, but as opposed to waiting 2 or 3 more years and having to pay one player 12, 13, 14 million a year because they're a superstar at that point. So they must have, they're probably like actuaries or some sort of statisticians that are working through those sort of problems and that have sort of tipped the scales towards paying people early.
True.
I still think that like 10-year veterans, probably it drives them crazy though.
Yeah, well, look, we talked about Ted Lindsay earlier, right? This is the aftermath.
Okay, so Friday night, who was tuned in to the Mitch Marner revenge tour?
Not I.
Oh, Victoria was.
How'd it go?
To Toronto.
Watch.
Did it go well?
I didn't Unfortunately, I missed like when I guess when they welcomed him back. So I don't know like what the reception was like amongst the crowd. If someone wants to let me know. Um, but yeah, I mean, I wasn't really a fan of him when he played on Toronto. I think he's kind of soft. Maybe people will like hate on me for that.
He is soft, but
I
he's
find him
probably
like soft. I find him pretty cringe. Like not
Yeah.
the kind of guy for me.
best passer in the world. One of them, top 3, anyways,
Well,
arguably.
I don't know if you guys caught this though. In as much anticipated return to Toronto as a Vegas Golden Knights, they took on the Maple Leafs. The most surprising thing to many of the reporters on hand, it appears that Mitch has already adjusted to life in America. As he mentioned his former home, all of the reporters, I saw many stories, heard him say the strong T in Toronto. He's an American.
Oh, oh, he was hard. He gave a hard T.
Yeah.
Toronto, yeah.
Hard T. Yeah, Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't he from Toronto? On top of it,
I
he's a
think so.
GTA kid, isn't he?
Yeah, you come to America and it happens fast. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
And he got booed a little bit too.
Oh, he did. The Boo Birds were out.
Well, I think there was a mix of
Probably
cheering and booing. Here's what Mitch had to say about the crowd reaction. He said, passionate fan base. They love their team. It was interesting the whole night. When warm-ups hit, it really just felt odd and weird. The Leafs did honor Marner via a 40-second video tribute during the first time out. Again, to a mix of cheers and boos. But Mitchie would get the last laugh. His Golden Knights prevailed 6-3.
Yeah, they schmuckered him.
Mm-hmm.
He did not make the score sheet himself, but I'm sure he's happy with the win. On the season, the 28-year-old forward has 12 goals, 40 assists for 52 points in 52 games played. Mind you, his last season in Toronto last year, he scored a career-high 102 points.
You know what his favorite part of the game was?
What?
Leaving.
Yeah, true.
Wow.
You would have to think, though, getting out of the Toronto meat grinder has to be a little relieving to him.
Yeah, 100%. I talk a big game about I don't know. I've never really talked about this at all, but I think we all would like to play for our home team, right? When we dream as kids, I want to be a Senator and hoist the Stanley Cup. And I don't know, man, Columbus, Las Vegas, they all seem pretty good.
Yeah.
Go to Florida. No one knows who you are. Make millions of bucks. Win a Stanley Cup. Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agree. Way less taxes. Man, if I'm playing in Toronto, I'm getting taxed like 50%. Screw
it's
that.
Crazy. And you can't leave your condo. Like, what? I'm just going to go walk the dog. Like, no. Like, you can't do that, right?
He could probably walk around Las Vegas for 12 hours and not get recognized. Nobody cares.
No one cares.
You know, I haven't, to be honest, and I know it's a West Coast team, but Marner's he's not even on my radar as much anymore, being out in Vegas as much as he was in Toronto. You know, I actually kind of forgot about him until I caught a Vegas game that was, I don't know, at a normal time. I don't remember if it was last weekend or something they had, whenever it was. And then I saw Marner out there and I'm like, I completely forgot about this guy. I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, it's just impossible. We lived this for many years before realignment, when the Wild played a West Coast schedule. Mm-hmm. Our games would end, almost all of our games would end after midnight. And so how do you watch a Tuesday night game when you got to go to work and it's over at 1 a.m? It was the worst. When your hockey games literally start at 9:30 at night. And so actually I've been hearing this same talk in the context of Macklin Celebrini and how that might be a little bit harmful for the league if he's going to be this good, to have him on a West Coast schedule, where now in the case of Celebrini, where I'm in the central time zone. Imagine somebody in New York that wants to, where his game isn't starting until 10:30 at night on a Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday afternoon.
Well, they don't showcase their players anyways. What do they care?
Yeah, fair.
They're not showcase. Oh no, we got to get McDavid on at 7:30, and I'm not seeing any of those efforts being made for any of the other players.
True. Okay, last story in hobby news. We got to talk about 24-25 Series 2 on ePack. Somebody is mad at me. We'll get into that in a second. But What was your favorite Series 2 ePack Bonanza moment? Because on Saturday, Upper Deck posted a notice on their website that 24-25 Series 2 has sold out on ePack. Collectors have been flooding the platform, given the rise of the Macklin Celebrini rookie card prices, while ePack prices remained the same. It came to a point this week where like a box of Series 2 could be purchased on ePack for literally 50% or less than you could get it in a hobby shop. And I'm sure hobby shops are happy now, but I got to read you guys this comment that came on our episode when I talked.
Is it from Ryan? Ryan's probably mad.
No, it's from Frozen to Death Media 965. He says, Josh, you really screwed us. The Upper Deck Series 2 ePack got bought out, sold out over the last 3 days. Sometimes we don't have to share an affordable way way we are able to collect something that is unaffordable to most on our podcast. Major L, dude.
It's funny though. So I don't think. Do you really think they sold out? I think they
Yes.
just stopped selling it.
No, they're sold out. I talked to people.
Straight up, they're sold out.
They wouldn't share numbers, but apparently this past week has been wild as far
And
as...
no gold outburst yet.
It must be in hobby.
Must be in hobby.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I kind of want to go buy a box.
Maybe.
That's a big sign. Like that's a big piece of cheese sitting right there for the taking.
So I got to tell you guys this. This is, again, getting back to the Celebrini thing, and I thought was crazy. Yesterday, Baba Louie and I met in Blaine by our super rink there to meet up with some other Gongshow guys and go to a brand new card shop, Real Sports Cards in Blaine. Go check them out. It's one of these brand new, like, has to be a multi-million-dollar shop. It's beautiful, massive, sort of fits the shop of the future mold. And they have a huge wall. They have 2 huge walls of cases of wax. And they have like a TCG section, all the other sports, and a really big, like a nice high. They probably had 50 different hockey hobby boxes. And very well done, top notch, nice printed out, like prices by each brand of hockey. And then I was noticing, so they had a row of cup. They probably had 5 different cup, and all the cups except the new one didn't have a price. And I'm like, oh, because I was curious, like what they were charging for 24 or 25 the cup. And then I started walking around more, and eventually I noticed that none of the 24, 25 products, all maybe a dozen or so that they had there, have any price tags on them. It's because they are changing the price at this point every day.
Yeah.
That the Celebrini market is so wild that it's not even worth printing out a price sticker because these prices are moving so fast on sealed wax for basically any 24-25 product, which kind of blew me away.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's a reason? Like, I don't ever remember Upper Deck putting a sale like that on ePack ever, like that big.
It's not a sale. It's just they don't change the price. I'll give you a counter example. So when Series 2 launched on ePack, it was the same price as it was at a hobby shop. Mm-hmm. And then Macklin Celebrini got great, and all the hobby shops started raising the price of the physical products. If you go on ePack right now, a box of we make fun of it all the time, of EX2000 is $280 US.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the price that it came out. You go into any hobby shop in the world at this point, you'll get it for less than $100.
Wait, are you saying Series 2 just never changed its price when retail
Upper
did?
Deck doesn't adjust the prices where hobby shops
I thought.
do.
See, I would misunderstood. I thought they actually cut the price of the product. I didn't know it was just the same price.
No, they just never raised it.
Okay.
And then in the last 6 weeks, this whole Celebrini thing has taken off to the point where hobby shops have been, and distributors or whoever, right? We're not going to get into who controls the prices thing again, but the prices keep going up, and ePack doesn't change. And it gets to the point where it's so out of balance where a box of 24-25 Series 2 at your local hobby shop is $280 US and $140 on ePack.
Listen, I didn't even know the prices of Series 2 last year. The boxes went that high. I had no idea. I'm very
They haven't
ignorant. in that.
until the beginning of December. This has all happened in a month and a half.
Well, it's part of the hobby I'm not a fan of, like everyone's I got to get my piece of the pie, but it's always the same guys eating that fat pie.
Yeah, I don't know. So the dream is over to get your cheap Celebrini Young Guns and ePack. And I really don't think it's my fault, because as much as it would be crazy that our show could have that much impact, I really doubt it.
Let's take the L,
Just
Madigan.
I'm a loser. I know.
I'm a loser, baby.
The other day, at the end of, what was it, last Thursday? We had a great opportunity to talk with one of the most interesting people in our hobby, speaking of the last few months. I can't imagine anyone has spent more on hockey cards over the prior 6 months than Benjamin B.
Mm-hmm.
As an example, he has 2/3 of the Celebrini rookie shields already, a Bedard rookie shield, and many, many other monsters. Not much is known about Benjamin in hobby circles. He's a very, very private guy. And in fact, we have kind of a forewarning we have to give about our interview. His camera, it's not that his camera was broke. He did not want to show his face. And so we obliged that. And even is so private, wanted to go a step further. And we masked his voice at his request for that too. And so Phil did a good job picking we could have made him sound like Bozo the Clown or something like that. But
that's for our VIP members. It's VIP.
Yeah. But they hear Phil enough anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have Ben, that's private, and then Phil, who basically doxes himself every time he does a mail day video. So there's the ends of the spectrum there. But with that said, we hope you enjoy this conversation with the hobby's most mysterious whale, Benjamin B. Well, we're very excited to have Benjamin B on the show, a person that I have been wanting to talk to for a number of months now, as you came on my hobby radar, and boy, did you ever. A lot of big purchases. And so welcome to the show, and thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's start with sort of the obvious. You're not showing yourself on camera. We're gonna disguise your voice a little bit. Why do you have this sense of where you want to protect your privacy?
I think I created this account in this persona for the reason of kind of showcasing my collection, and I wanted to focus to be on the cards and collectibles I have, and not who is the owner of the cards and collectibles. Right. So I see myself kind of like the opposite of like someone like Logan Paul, where it's all about Logan Paul, right? And not
Yeah.
So the opposite of that.
I get that. And okay, Phil, any follow-up questions to that? Because I wasn't expecting that.
The cards, I mean, I'm an Astro Boy myself. I guess that's Astro Boy's older brother. I don't know who that person is, but it suits the mystique of who Benjamin B Instagram account is. I like it.
This is actually a homage to Goku's Dragon Ball Goku's one of his most famous cards.
Okay, I'm a 90s kid. I can get behind that. Right on. Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome, Bet. Thank you for clarifying. I still love Astro Boy. I'm still a big Astro Boy guy. And the cards are the stars. And I think Benjamin is showing that with his actions, not his words.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. When did you start your Instagram account?
2 years ago.
Okay. And did you just start, you pretty much post every day and somehow a like crazy ridiculous card to it every day? Has your activity ramped up in the last few months, or did it just take this long for me to figure out who you are?
It has ramped up in terms of hockey cards.
Oh.
So that's why you've noticed me more. But I've been posting almost once a day something from my collection for the past 2 years. Yeah, so I started, like, most of my biggest cards initially were Dragon Ball Super cards. And then did a lot of One Piece. Only last year did I really start getting back into sports. But yeah, I have like Magic cards, a lot of other like TCG cards. So last year I went back into sports big time, and I'm a huge hockey fan. So I really started picking up big hockey cards last year.
Is it your favorite sport?
Yeah, I play hockey also.
Oh, okay, good. So one of us. There you go. It's one of us. Yeah, awesome, man. Okay, Ben, that's huge. That's massive.
Well, I think that's one of the things that's kind of unique about you as a collector is you seem to have so many genres that you're really into. Like, most often people are a football collector or primarily a basketball collector, but when you look at your Instagram, and I do have it to be able to pull up, it's that there's kabooms, right? Basketball cards, football cards, a lot of TCG, hockey, of course, has been pretty prevalent. Coins. I feel you're a coin guy, right?
Oh yeah. No, I've messaged Ben a few times here and there. Good time to be selling my silver. I'm sure he agrees.
Yeah, I started collecting coins. I started big into coins earlier than cards, actually. Been a coin collector my whole life.
Yeah, I find I collected I collected a lot of cards before coins, but when I started collecting numismatics and bullion of silver, I started to kind of be a little snooty towards my cards. I was like, cardboard's not worth anything. I have a precious metal and blah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was in my late 20s, I guess. But I came back with a force and a vengeance in the cards because it's more fun. And I like the community better. I find the coin community a little stuffy and stale,
Yeah, plus a little bit on the older side.
Yeah, good call.
There you go. Were you kind of the typical, like most collectors now, post-pandemic, that were you a card collector as a kid and then life went on and then somehow it came back to you later on?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I played Magic, Star Wars CCG as a kid. Yeah, and was really into it. I mean, I didn't really have much of a collection back then. But then recently got back into collecting. But I mean, like most of us, we're all collectors, right? We collect everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like tangible things. Have you always been a Disney guy? Because you have the magical Minnie or Mickey, the Super Refractor 101, which is probably one of the
always
greatest
been a Disney guy. I don't have a lot of Disney cards though. I do collect a bit of Lorcana.
Okay,
not crazy into.
There's some great cards in there though, Ben. Like the artwork and the card stock. I love a Lorcana. I know it's a game, but if I had more frivolous cash, I'd be definitely going into the Disney genre like you.
Yeah, I collect. Unlike most people, I collect tons of different kind of different cards, different things.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, I would say master of all trades. Jack of
nice.
Fills into the princesses.
Who doesn't like a good princess? Oh yeah, Josh likes Prince, and that's okay. Purple Rain, baby. All right.
Okay, so you said about a year ago you got back into sports cards. Did you get right into hockey, or like where did that fall in sort of the pecking order of what you started to collect?
I started to collect the Kaboom Gold set. I saw this is a set where it's multi-sport. So 4 of the biggest sports. What is it, like basketball, football, baseball, and soccer. It didn't have hockey. And I thought that was a great set to collect. I love set collecting. So just collect every card, and all 50 of those cards are kind of big name cards. So there's not a lot of like common cards you need to collect to complete the set. So I thought that to be a very big challenge. And also each card is out of 10. So it was hard to find. And I managed to complete that set, all PSA graded late last year.
Wow. And then you moved on to the green, right? And those are the 101s?
Yeah.
I just had up on screen.
At the same time, I was also collecting the Kaboom Greens, which are 101, and they are obviously a lot tougher and a lot more valuable than the golds. I managed to collect, what is it, like 23 of the 50.
Wow.
And I'm not even sure like all 50 have been found, right? Have been pulled.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of I don't expect to collect all of them, but I'll do what I can.
Do you want hockey to have some type of staple like a Kaboom? I mean, we have Fanimation. We have our own fair share of good iconic cards. As someone who collects big heat from all the genres. How do you feel about hockey? Could Upper Deck stand to have like 2 or 3 more big chases? Like we have doubloons and Allure. Unfortunately, that's a chase, but it's not a kaboom, right?
Yeah,
So
the chases aren't as exciting as like a kaboom.
okay.
I mean, I think like the outburst is pretty cool, like the red outburst and the gold outburst.
That means a lot coming from you. That means that's good, excellent feedback coming from someone who drops what he drops on kabooms, right, Josh? You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, they're similar. I think. I mean, and the high glosses and the
one of us. There we go. High gloss is great. It even sounds great.
What was the first real big hockey card that you got?
So I got the biggest hockey card many years ago, and I sold it. It was a what is it? Wayne Gretzky rookie, PSA 10 tops.
What?
Really?
Yeah, this was like 5-6 years ago, maybe.
So you had custody of one of the 10s.
Yeah, one of the 2 actually. Tops only had 2 pop.
Yeah, Tops.
Yeah, they still only have 2, and I don't think they're going to get a third.
Yeah, well, it's pop controlled like anything else, right?
Yeah. Why did you sell that?
I was kind of bored and wanted to spend it on other things.
Okay.
So, do you remember the day? Like you're like, okay, so like you obviously. Oh man.
I sold it privately.
Okay.
I mean, I have it on record. It was many years ago, but yeah. I mean, it was 7 figures.
Okay. I mean, so you know,
how long did you own it for?
Only about a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assume you did well on it though, because that's a card
I made some money on it, but not like maybe 10-20%, but nothing crazy.
Would you rather have kept it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of
appreciate your honesty.
It. Yeah. Because if I wanted to get it back now, it would cost like maybe twice as much.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, and that's one of the questions I have for you is now that you're kind of known as this mysterious hobby whale, right? Anytime somebody has a big card or a big card gets hit, do you automatically get DMs and people reach out to you?
What are your DMs like?
I do. I mean, I have like every day I have like maybe 50 people DMing me about things. Yeah, I mean across all the genres, right? So like a big One Piece card was pulled or was graded Black Label, and one of the first person they reach out to is me because they know I would pay a good price for it, right?
Is that Pokemon? That's TCG, right?
TCG.
One of these.
TCG.
Yeah,
it's a different game.
Okay,
it's actually a very hot TCG today, right now.
Ooh, okay.
Well, and actually, you and I had a funny interaction because I think I was an intermediary on some sort of card a number of weeks ago, and we were chatting, and person wanted X amount, you thought it was worth less, and in some cases, well, you said something that actually I had never considered before, in that now that you're known as this guy who's willing to acquire these big cards and willing to pay what it takes to get them, that sometimes it might actually be cheaper for you for cards to go to auction.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Why? That's smart, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. For the most part, auction would. I mean, you would get I would pay what's fair, right? Pay what the second highest person is willing to bid. And privately, people would want more. I mean, it's sometimes not necessarily, but because you don't know, like people, it could go for a lot more in auction sometimes, but yeah, I don't mind letting it go if it goes to auction, and I'll just fight for it at auction.
This is the way I see it. So you're a whale, Benjamin, and I'm a dolphin. So I'm a porpoise. Some days keep it quiet. Some days I'm a small porpoise. Some days I'm a big one. Some days I'm Free Willy. I mean, I don't know. No, that's a whale. Okay, never mind. If I want, I'm kind of known for overpaying for my cards as well. So let's say in my mind, if there's a card I want that's $5,000, and the guy and he has it for $6,000, I say, listen, I'll give you $4,500. He goes, no, the lowest I'll go is $5,000. And the last comp was $4,400. It's just a decimal point. I will not lose that card for $600 of overpay, whatever percentage that is. That's what 1 point. That's 12%. I will overpay for that card exactly 12%. Screw the haters, right?
Yeah.
You get the card. So is it similar for you? And I'm going to throw some big numbers at you. If you want to spend $100,000 and really get a card, but the last comp was like 92,000, and someone's making fun of you. This guy paid over $8,000 more for this card. Judging you from a distance, I don't feel that bothers you because you're like, well, I got the card, and that's why you're more of a collector than a flipper, I guess. Well, we know that, but does that make sense? Would you consider yourself part of that? Okay.
If it's worth it to me, right? If I really want the card, then I'm willing to pay over the last comp. I mean, if no one is willing to pay over the last comp, then the comp will never go up, right?
Thank you. Oh, that was so refreshing. Exactly. Yeah, you're welcome, Hobby, for guys like Ben and Phil.
Also, if people hate on me for winning an auction and the price is really high, but that's kind of weird because someone else was willing to pay as much for it, right? I just beat that guy by one bid, right? So it's not, the price is high because the demand is there, right? Unless of course there's shill bidding and other stuff going on, but you never know. But I have had to. What's that?
That's a tax. I feel shill bidding will never go away, no matter what you do. I think we should all be aware of it. Don't ignore it, but still enjoy your time. There's nothing to scream about shill bidding. And as long as it's something that we know exists, I listen, it's a tax we pay for being in this hobby. Metaphorically, right? Not financially, but well, yes, financially. Metaphorically, we pay a tax to be in here. Like slow drivers on the highway. You get in your car and you want to get there, you have to pay the tax of slow drivers.
Yeah. I have paid, like, early on, I paid a lot for like a Celebrini card, right? And I have talked to the underbidder, and he's a really big fan of Celebrini and also really wanted a card, like another collector, right? So we fought hard for it, and I paid what a lot of people consider to be too much for a card. But if you look at him today, the price I paid back then probably wasn't too much anymore. Right? His RPAs have gone crazy. Like, he sold for more than I would be willing to pay for it. So
is Celebrini your guy? Is he your PC guy right now?
He is. He's my main hockey guy. Like, I'm a big fan of Celebrini.
Yeah. So what is it about him that has you hooked?
So for one, I'm local to the area. So I'm local to San Jose.
Tech bro, eh? Tech bro.
Yeah, and I've watched him play like a lot. So he's pretty brilliant.
Real deal in person? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A lot of people try to make the Sid comparison. Does that work for you, or do you think that's unfair?
I mean, there's no reason to compare two players from different generations, right? So
yeah.
He was prepared to answer that.
we'll see what happens. Right? I mean, what's the point of comparing? I think he's the real deal. Of course, anything can happen, right? He could become the next greatest of all time, or he can become a dud. But in the meantime, I just enjoy watching him play and collecting his cards.
Is there a Celebrini card that you didn't get or didn't win that eats at you?
So there is you guys are aware of the Celebrini Will Smith duo shield card, right?
There's two of them.
Yeah, there's two of them, and they're not signed.
Yeah,
they're not game used. I bid a lot on it, and I got outbid, and I was really surprised. So that's why someone else like beat me to that card. And so normally when I bid an amount that I would be happy either way, right? If I win it, it's something I'm willing to pay. If I lose it, it's something I'm not willing to pay. So I just figure out a number where I would be happy either way. And a lot of times that's high enough for me to win most cards. But this time I didn't win it. So I wasn't that upset because it was really high. Like, the price went really high. And as you guys have talked about it.
Did you know there was two?
I didn't know there was two. I knew with the card, right? I know it's not a big card. It's a dual shield. It's not signed. And there were two copies, so I could get the other one if it comes up.
Yeah, that'll come back around.
Yeah, the other card I did not get is the Celebrini True Shield, the one from the cup, the black foil shield.
Oh,
It sold privately. I don't want to say how much it sold for, but it was really high, like a lot of money. And
Do you know the buyer?
I know who bought it. I don't know the person. I don't know, like,
Do we know them? Do we know them?
I don't know. I think he's pretty private.
It doesn't matter.
Do more. Okay, so I have a question just about hockey because I don't know this, and because you collect multiple things, you might. Is there a higher percentage of big hockey cards that sell privately compared to other genres where you see them more in like Heritage or Golden or Fanatics, or are there just a ton of deals overall that happen privately?
I wouldn't say more so with hockey than other things. I think, like, I don't feel like more private deals are done in hockey than other sports or TCG. I would say like about the same, like maybe half.
Gotcha. Because, and I guess the reason why I asked that is you talk about that Celebrini, like we don't see too many $250,000 sales and above in hockey, very rarely. And then you hear about these deals that happen privately, which is fine, of course, but like when a Tom Brady sells for $2 million or something like that, it does create awareness, and it's advertising for that collecting a little bit because it's newsworthy, and it helps, I think, get people interested in it. And we just seem to rarely have big public hockey sales.
Well, it's mostly because hockey cards are cheaper, right? So
fair,
like a $1 million hockey card is like a $10 million basketball card, right? So I think a lot of basketball cards sell privately for 7 figures, and you only hear about it because someone posts about it and claimed that the deal was done, but there's no proof, right? But that's the same thing with hockey. So I don't feel like there's less in hockey. It's just that the value overall is lower in hockey.
Okay.
Do you like swimming in the hockey pools of buyers and sellers more so than other communities? Because like if you look at social media, a lot of channels talk about baseball, football, basketball, even soccer, and they'll never talk about hockey. We're pretty alone on our thrones here, or we're alone on our islands. I kind of like it, to be honest.
Yeah, you know
do
what?
You like what? What's that?
I feel like hockey collectors or people in the hockey card collecting space, they're more collectors than there are investors.
Really?
So,
doesn't feel like it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, if you go into like basketball, like 90% of people are investors. They're flippers.
Yeah, they're like sneaker guys, right?
How does that economically make sense? Someone explain that to me.
Well, they're trying to flip to the next next flipper.
Who's holding the bag, right?
Yeah, but I feel like hockey collectors are more down to earth, more actually wanting the cards than just caring about money.
Do you care about the value of your cards, like long term? Like, when you buy a card like a big Celebrini or any other card, are you like, what is it? Part of it is I just want to own this collectible versus I think this card could appreciate in value over time.
I almost never think about appreciation value. I'm not buying to sell in the future. I may eventually sell. I have sold cards, obviously. But that said, I'm not going to pay crazy amount for something I don't think it's worth it. Just like the Celebrini True Shield.
Yeah.
I felt like it was just way too much. I got the Celebrini Exquisite Shield for like less than half of the price that the True Shield.
Oh wow! Oh well, then I see. So that's very okay. Saying okay, well that card wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to collect all the shields, but I just don't feel like it was worth that much. So I think someone who really wanted it more than I did was willing to pay that. So good for him. But
at some point, it sounds like you tapped out of that at some point,
right?
Where you're just like, okay.
I mean, I've bought cards that are worth like much more than that number before.
Sure.
Other cards, but just not. I just didn't feel like this card was worth it.
You have to feel like the value is there, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to pay an absurd price just for the sake of paying an absurd price.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you married? Are you married, Ben?
No.
No, well, probably not. Yeah, I was going to be because I had a few other questions if you said yes.
Yeah. where do you keep your cards? Like I when I look at your Instagram, and I might have messaged you this at one point too. It's like you're getting a collection to the point where it's like you should open up a museum and let people see these. I mean, do you like display them throughout your house, or do you keep them locked away in a safe? Like, how do you enjoy these cards that you buy?
I display them throughout my house. Obviously, I have too many to display all of them. I have some at save. I have a lot of cards at vaults, like the PSA vault or
Sure.
Fanatics or Alt. Yeah, so it's scattered all over the place.
You don't worry your full-time house staff will swipe one of the cards. You don't worry about theft at all. Like I don't. Dave made fun of me a lot because I mean it's different, but it's all relative to my financial situation.
Yeah.
I leave a lot of expensive cards kind of lying around. I don't worry about theft too much, and
I
as long
don't,
as you-
but I should.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Well, have you seen like Dana White, the UFC president?
Uh-huh.
He has one of those like fancy in the wall sort
Yeah,
of
I saw
vault
that.
/ display. You should get something like that.
Yeah, but I can only display like 12 cards or something, something small, right?
Well, you just
Yeah,
need
but
a big one.
and Ben's a collector. Like that, I feel you too. I don't want to start putting too many things up and around because I want to put them all up. There's a really good idea out there if someone can figure out how we can display our cards differently or more frame worthy.
Yeah, I'll have to work on that. So do you just buy singles or do you like to rip wax too?
I do rip wax, like for TCGs and hockey. I bought a bunch of the cup
Nice.
boxes.
Did you get anything good?
No, I didn't get anything.
Oh man.
At least nothing for my collection. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you enjoy the experience of it though? Because really ripping wax, I mean, if
it's
you're
not
going
it's not
into it
very
thinking-
cost effective for sure. It's kind of
Yeah.
like gambling, right? I do enjoy doing it. Yeah. The hassle is that I have to sell the cards I don't want to keep, right?
I was gonna ask, so do you have any as my son says IRL in real life friends? Like what do you, let's say you open a bunch of the cup and you have cards. Do you go to your local trade night? Like are you pretty tight with your LCS? Do you have like Josh is one of my best card friends. If I get a card, I call him, Dave, Louis, Sylvain. Do you have a little network like that? Or are you kind of
I don't really trade locally.
you can call us.
Well, I
We'll
do
talk
send
about
it
whatever
to
you
you
want.
guys to help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
Do you? Well, okay. So at one point I asked you about the expo, and you said that you're not a card show person. Is there a reason why?
Just very busy, and also I'm not. I kind of want to keep my privacy, so I'm not gonna kind of go around telling people who I am.
Yeah. So if you did go to one, you'd probably go incognito and
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
mention who you are. Well, there's not a lot of great hockey stuff in the U.S. At one point,
That's true.
Even if you never tell anyone, you should go to the expo though if you love hockey cards because it's.
Maybe he's been incognito.
Oh, maybe he has.
Yeah, maybe he's been. Yeah, maybe he's a
Okay.
dealer there and we don't even know. No.
Maybe I'm one of you guys.
Maybe it's Louis.
Louis.
Wah!
That's funny. What are your collecting goals? So, like, you like a Macklin Celebrini. Is your goal to own all the best cards of his, or do you have another goal?
It is like I'm trying to own like all his biggest cards. I mean, if you look at my profile, my collection, you'll see I have a lot of them, except for the biggest one.
It sounds like that eats at you a little bit. Like,
What
are you still glad that you tapped out?
Oh yeah, I don't think
On
it's
that
worth it.
one?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
it eats at me because it's unfortunate that someone else is willing to pay more than I am.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No,
I just don't. I also don't like the look of this year's True Shield. It's too dark for me. It's also like when you compare it with the Exquisite Shield, the Exquisite Shield looks so much better to me.
Yeah.
Did
so
you grow-
got it, the one you want for a good value.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in California, Ben?
No, I didn't.
No. So do you have? I'm trying to get to like if you you like San Jose, like do you collect old Pat Falloon cards or
No.
you know like
Or Timu or Paul Correa, something like that.
yeah.
No.
Like is there you're a modern hockey collector? Do you have any interest or is there any old player that you would resonate with and maybe want to pursue? Like I'm a Guy Lafleur Marcel Dion guy. and that's part of like my evolution in a collecting. Do you foresee any player
Possibly,
that you might collect?
possibly. I just
Yeah.
haven't started really looking like collecting older. I've been a Sharks fan for over 20 years, so
Oh wow,
Um,
okay.
yeah. So I mean, I follow them not like religiously, but I've been watching their games and stuff. So I've been yeah. I have a Joe Thornton jersey that I wear when
Okay.
I go to games.
So you must have hockey friends? Like you must have like does anybody in your real life know you're one of the biggest hockey card collectors? I'll say that.
No, actually.
Wow.
you
Wow,
are a
that's
man of mystery.
crazy. Dude, you're like a superhero with the cape, without the cape, right?
Pretty much.
Do you ever plan to go public, or are you having fun kind of being
I think he's
a
having
mysterious whale?
I might eventually. I mean, nothing. Yeah.
I think you should have fun. You could have a lot of fun with this. I don't think you should tell anybody for a while. Like you could create like you could create a normal Instagram account and just I don't know, call yourself Steve or something, and just you could just blend right in. But really, you're Benjamin B on the background, right? Like Clark Kent. Yeah.
How's this for an Instagram photo, Phil, where you have the 23 The Cup exquisite Bedard Rookie Shield 101 right next to your 24 The Cup exquisite Macklin Shield 101? I would assume that, well, actually now, and I don't know, maybe partly your fault, but Bedard is a kind of a much more cost effective than Macklin right now, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Thanks, Ben.
But then Macklin's also doing a lot better than Bedard right now.
Yeah.
Whoa. Settle down. Bedard, look.
Well, he was hurt. I mean, and that's the best ability in professional sports is availability. So that does count.
I'm a Bedsy fan. I love Celebrini. I want him to do great, and he's on the Olympics and the whole bit. But I really want, just for that reason, Ben, I want Bedard to. Everyone loves a better comeback story, right? And it's a little bit of one. So.
Yeah, I'd love to see him do well. I mean, I do have quite a few of his cards too.
Well, he has a shield, Phil. He doesn't hate the kid.
Well, I mean, Josh hates McDavid. Benjamin B hates Bedard. I hate Danny Healy. I mean, we're all kumbaya.
This is how rumors start.
Yeah, no one listens to us, man.
Yeah, it sucks that he didn't make the Olympics.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Do you like the colors of your team? Do you like that light
teal?
blue, green? Yeah, the teal.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a choice, but I mean,
I know everyone likes it. I can't get. I don't know. I'm a Blackhawks Sens colors guy.
Yeah.
You have two of the three rookie shields right here. Just missing one, Ben. Just missing one. Point it out.
I can't tell you how many screenshots of your Instagram I have from this guy right here. Because he's like, check out this card. I'm like, okay, Josh. After a while, they all look the same,
So one thing,
what I always think of. Oh, sorry. I just really quickly. Every time you post a card, I think you're in a hotel room because it's very much like a hotel wall would look behind it and a desk. Are you in a hotel room when you're posting these cards?
This is one of my like a bookshelf.
Oh, that makes sense. You just got good lighting around that.
Yeah.
Phil's dying, but I guess you were gonna say something though, Ben.
I was gonna say I like my cards graded, kind of just for protection, not necessarily for the grade, because a lot of them are 1-on-1s. And I've noticed in hockey, I think more so than other sports, people keep their cards raw.
Yeah.
Is that true? Is that?
I think what it comes down to is that the biggest hockey cards are thicker, right? They're 140 point cup cards.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think the hobby, in a good way, has generally accepted that none of these are going to be PSA 10s. It does happen, but nobody expects that, and it doesn't really affect the value. Like, there's no. I think when it comes to like these big shield cards, a lot of people get them just authenticated by PSA so that you get that insurance that comes with it. That's kind of I would assume the main driver to do that.
Yeah, for me, it's more about just protecting the card and also the consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Do you mean when you say protecting the card, are you just saying like physically the plastic to protect the card?
Yeah, I kind of can just toss it around.
Yeah, see,
without it worrying about it getting damaged.
that's a part of our hobby culture. I have not adopted. I've really enjoyed those new slab mags. Like if
Uh-huh.
yeah, I don't. Brad's a good friend, and he works for PSA. So, but I think he can understand where I'm coming from. When a card is out of 10 or a 101 or anything out of smaller than 10, I really don't see the point of grading if you're not going to plan on selling the card in the future, other than the insurance factor, I guess, of selling that card in the future. I really like those slab mags, and I'm with you on consistency. If I have one PSA card, I want all PSA cards. One tag card, I want all tag.
Yeah.
I like those slab mags where you can put a label at the top. And as you know, Tag does their etching and their stitching. I have a friend who can do the same thing on a slab mag. So if I had your collection, I would wake up so excited tomorrow. I'd crack all my cards and I would put them all in a uniform container.
Yeah.
And that's how I would physically protect my cards.
I see.
But to each their own, right? That is not common, what I just said.
Yeah. And I do agree, like for a low serial number card, like out of 10 or out of 1,
Yeah.
the grade doesn't matter at all.
No.
Right? It's the rarity of the card itself, not the rarity of the grade.
And I think and plasticking it up and putting it in jail, to me, really truly robs it of the beauty that we want to see.
Yeah,
Like a
but
one of
again,
one.
though, that's an opinion that not everyone shares, right?
I want to
And,
touch it, man. Like, what do you
Well-
want? Is the Mona Lisa? Are famous art pieces?
you can't
never,
touch the Mona Lisa. It's
Josh, I understand that, but the people that work there can. At some point, someone can. It's not enclosed forever. These cards are enclosed forever, and that's wrong.
I believe the Mona Lisa is enclosed kind of forever.
It is enclosed. Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Because
fine.
they put special gases in it to preserve
Yeah.
and there's UV protection and all that stuff too.
Well, okay, fine. Then I stand corrected, but we're talking about hockey cards, and the point of hockey cards, there's no plastic on the planet that you can, well, maybe there is, but you take the card out of the top loader, you take the card out of the slab, you take the card out of the one touch, it changes dramatically. Don't we want to see the cards how they were
We
meant
should.
to be seen?
Have you seen the tag slab?
Yeah, we have it up on screen. I was
Yeah.
going to ask you about that.
Yeah, they're
seem to have
beautiful,
an
yeah.
Yeah,
infinity
they're
for
almost
tag.
like they look the best I mean, CGC
Agreed.
also is pretty good.
Blue
Yeah.
tint,
but-
it's got that blue tint.
But tag is the best look if you want. Like it almost feels like you're holding the card in your hand.
Agreed.
Well, and again, I think to your point too on grading, when it comes to cards that are super rare out of 10, 101, yes, those cards don't need engineered scarcity built into them because they're just very rare. There's one copy of a shield. The other thing grading does is it helps to, it gives a separation, whether you believe in it, it's subjective or not, or opinion or not. And for a base Young Guns, it helps to create scarcity of that card.
Yep.
Right. And that's just simple economics, right? That can drive value. But so what is it about Tag in particular that you've kind of gravitated to them? What do you like about having your cards in these holders?
A few things, like they look the best in terms of like clarity of the plastic slab. And I also like the fact that their grade report tells you like everything they find. I mean, they're not perfect by any means, but they try their best to be objective. And if you look up the dig report of the card, it will tell you like all the scratches it found, all the where, and the reason why it got the grade it did. Right. In the end, they still, I think they tried to grade similar to PSA, but the difference is that they actually tell you why it got the grade.
Gotcha. And does the grade matter to you? So, like, let's say that somebody comes to you with two Celebrini high glasses, the Tag 8.5 and the Tag 10, because your goal is to get the best representation of all his cards. Do you want the Tag 10, or are you just more about, I just want one copy of his high gloss Young Guns?
It depends on the value, the price, right? Like I
Okay.
would, just because I'm a perfectionist, I would want the higher grade over the lower grade. So that kind of matters. But then if you look at like what you have on screen right now, like these three cards, like the grade doesn't matter at all. Like the 8.5 versus the 10, they're high gloss cards. They're 1 out of 10, right? So like you can barely, you're not going to be able to find another one. Like,
Are you a multiples guy? So like Phil's a good example. Like he's a big Brady Kachuk collector, and he is on a mission to get every one of his Young Guns acetate cards. Would you want to, if another Celebrini high gloss comes available for sale, is that something you'd be interested in, or are you more like one copy is enough for me?
One copy is enough, but I would get multiple copies. Like actually, there actually is 2 other copies of Celebrini high gloss available today. Like they were pulled on ePack recently, and I am trying to get it. I would get another one.
Yeah, go all in, man. Try and get them all. Karn at
all
Slap
10.
Sharks at one point had all 10, of Austin Matthews.
Oh, he had all
Really?
10 of one person?
I believe so. I believe it's something, or 8 or 9 of them, for well over 7.
That's
for
pretty
sure.
cool. That's a sight to see.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are crushing ePack because it's so much cheaper than buying physical boxes right now. Are you an ePack guy? Do you ever open boxes on there?
I have. It is pretty cool. But it's a little bit different. And also it kind of sucks when like certain cards like the Outburst Gold may be on ePack or it may be on like and you don't know. I think Celebrini's Outburst Gold is not ePack from what I remember someone saying.
Correct. That him and Bedard were not ePack, right, Josh? Or is that just Bedard?
That was just Bedard. Yeah,
Oh, it
we
was
got
just
Upper Deck in trouble. Billy from Upper Deck in trouble because he
Oh,
told
yeah.
us it wasn't supposed.
Oh wait, so Celebrini might be ePack? I thought
It might. I think it
it's
might
not.
be. At least to my knowledge, yeah. I'm glad you brought that card up because I want to ask about it. Is that a card that? What do you think about that card? Is that a card that you would be willing to go pretty aggressively after?
It is, but I think less so than what people actually others might. I think it's a 6-figure card, obviously, but a low 6-figure card.
Yeah, I would think 100 grand.
I think
that would get it done.
At most 200. But
Really?
some people are saying like it's a $500,000 card. I'm like,
No,
I don't get that. I don't see that.
No.
Like I would not pay $500,000 for Outburst Gold.
So if it gets like $200,000, you're probably tapping out, something like that.
Probably depends on how rich I feel at the time and how competitive.
Depends if it's a Tuesday or Friday, eh?
Yeah.
Are you surprised at the Macklin Celebrini hobby market and prices over the past 6 weeks and how much it's kind of exploded?
I am. I mean, like I mentioned, some of the RPAs and RPAs Gold sold for more than I would be willing to pay. Like a lot more than I would be willing to pay. So I'm surprised. I mean, it's good, right? There are people coming to this space with means and they are collecting his cards.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing overall, but I'm quite surprised.
Do people try are people trying to befriend you a lot on Instagram, like other big buyers? Like you're meeting a lot of the underbidders and I mean it's just natural,
Yeah.
right? To gravitate towards other like-minded people. So are you finding maybe some friendships or enemies in those do you have any good stories there that you don't have to say, but
I do. I
is it
mean,
anything
I have
like-
met quite a few big buyers and collectors of hockey cards that are nice people. Yeah.
Good.
Are you okay? So what happens now that, I mean, for all intents and purposes, the big 24, 25 releases are done, and we're still waiting to get the gold outburst. But you might know better than me. I don't know how many really big Macklin Celebrini cards are yet to have surfaced at this point. So where does your hockey interest go from here? I saw that you had a Demidov.
That's a very good question. Yeah. So for Celebrini, there's only the only one that's missing is a gold outburst, as far as I know, right? There might be maybe a Future Watch auto patch black that is maybe his horizontal hasn't been pulled, but there's not a lot of big cards for him, at least rookie cards. I actually don't know what I'm going to do next year, whether or not I'm going to go hard into some of the newer rookies or the newer sets. I did buy the gold outburst, the 2025 gold outburst of Celebrini. And people think I overpaid quite a bit for it.
What'd you pay? Do you want to tell us?
Well, it's public, right? It's on was this Slab Sharks or
yeah,
can't multitask
it
well,
might have
yeah.
been. It was like 15,000 US or something like that.
let me see.
His second year, eh?
Second year.
Yeah, He's got kind of a scary face in it.
Yeah, it's about.
Oh, I remember the card. Yeah, but you have to pay that, Ben. There's too many gold outbursts.
Yeah,
People.
that's a
Yeah,
very
you have to
competitive
pay that.
base.
How's that an overpay?
About 14,000 US.
Yeah, I know one guy that would pay that. I mean,
Yeah.
close to that.
I mean, I
Anyways,
talked
he'd
to the
want that.
underbidder. He's big
There you
into gold outbursts, celebrating Bedard, other things.
Ethan?
Not Ethan.
Not Ethan's the Reddit guy.
Ethan,
I think.
is that the
So,
guy who collected all the gold outbursts?
Ethan Schwartz, I believe he goes.
Yeah,
by,
there's a few guys that are really.
He's the
into
one I
that.
recognize that goes the hardest. I find nice guy.
Okay, I want to ask a question. I'm trying to word this very carefully because I don't want to be insensitive to you, but for a lot of, when you have a lot of means, obviously you do, to be able to, I'm assuming you're not making big purchases at the expense of paying the mortgage each month. Is the rush the competition for these best cards and either being there quickest or outbidding someone? Is that like where did the endorphins from the hobby kick in for you?
I mean, like anyone else, I think competing and winning there's a high of doing that. But also, I just love collecting. I collect everything, so I think I'm addicted to collecting things, and that's a problem. And I like collecting like grail cards, right? Like the best of the best.
Yeah.
So, and luckily,
Do you have a
fortunately,
oh,
I
sorry.
have the means to do that.
Yeah.
And just kind of going with it.
Do you have any purchases you regret from the past year or so that were like, I shouldn't have done that one?
Let me think. Is there one?
I have one for you.
Tell me which one.
I think we all know which one.
Tell me which one.
I think the Patchtacular was not the best.
Okay, I agree. In hindsight, the Patchtacular was way too much.
But you went and corrected it and got the mega patch, so you kind of fixed it.
Yeah,
Stand your ground,
when
Ben.
I got
Don't
it,
let Josh-
I wasn't aware of the difference between mega patches and Patchtacular. The fact that mega patch are game used. So,
Yes.
In hindsight, yeah, the Patchtacular 1 of 1 was way overpriced.
Mm-hmm. Now, Phil's been kind of a Michael Misa guy. As a guy that follows the Sharks pretty closely, what do you think about him?
I think he has potential, but I haven't seen him do that well yet.
Well, he's playing on the third line with Adam Gaudette. I know who Adam Gaudette is, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
he know better than me, Ben.
We'll see how he shakes up. I mean, I hope he does well, but so far he hasn't shown too much yet.
Mm-hmm. Really? Eh? Have they tried him on the wing at all, or has he been strictly a center? Like, they're just giving him third, fourth line minutes? Not fourth line, but has he bumped up to the second or first line? Have they tried him out, or
that I don't know.
You don't know? Okay,
yeah, I don't work for the Sharks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. I don't. Yeah,
I actually own the team.
Can we have tickets? What about this Chernisov kid that has kind of come on
he's done really well. He came out of nowhere, kind of. Yeah, he gets goals and assists almost every game. It's pretty impressive.
So give us the pecking order of who you think the best young players on this Sharks are. We know Celebrini's number one. Is Will Smith number two in your eyes? Okay.
Yeah. I collect quite a bit of his cards too.
Oh, that's nice. Well, there's a pretty big drop hobby value wise from that there.
Yeah.
Do you think you've personally impacted the Macklin Celebrini prices overall?
Hard to say. I mean, I thought so initially. I mean, I definitely did initially, but now the prices have gone higher than I would pay. So I don't know, like, would it have done the same without me being involved?
You started the snowball. You rolled it up.
The accelerant in the fire,
you scoundrel.
Maybe, yeah. But it is crazy. It's really crazy how much it's like. People who are buying Celebrini rookie cards right now. Like, I can't imagine it being a good investment, right? So
See the canvas? The canvases, Upper Deck Young Gun canvases were going for over $1,000 last week, Ben.
yeah,
It's crazy. Yeah, watch tonight. I mean, watch in a couple hours. I mean, you watch of yesterday. Josh, sorry, screwed up.
Yeah,
the
well, we're recording on Thursday, and so we have the Slap Shark show tonight. Way to go, way to go.
Yeah.
Ben's a man of mystery, but you can't be, apparently, Phil.
No
so,
stealthness here. No.
Yeah. Does it bother you that maybe that a guy, and not just you yourself, but that a guy in your position can have a tangible impact on the overall market for a player? Like if I had your means, I would love to collect the way you do, but I think I would be like, oh, I don't want to have this much power.
I don't have an issue with that. I think, no, I mean, what's the concern?
I don't know.
Like it'd be like too much. Like, oh, this is so easy.
One thing that's not good is if I am affecting the market too much, where like there's no way I can sell if I really want to like sell for profit. Like if I sell, the market will tank, right? If I have too much of his product.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you did a fire sale on a Slab Sharks auction or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a fun week, but it would not be good over. Well, okay, I guess now that I've had the benefit to think about my own question for a minute, I guess the part that might bother me is, so I appreciate and respect about you that you're in this for the right reasons, right? That you're just a collector and you got the means to buy cool stuff. Good for you, right? And you're not. But maybe that it's helped or been part of an environment where maybe people in at the lower level think that, okay, if I spend $500 or $1,000 on this Macklin Celebrini card, that it'll be worth $2,000 a year from now, which isn't your problem, right? I mean, it's people are adults and they make their own decisions, but I don't know, maybe that's something that would gnaw at me.
The fact that my purchases may cause the lower price card.
It's just created such a hoopla and excitement, and it's not only you. You're not solely responsible for that, but you're probably a little part of it because the cards you buy they get our attention and they create headlines, and part of me knows because I've studied this hobby for a few years now that his prices are going to come down. I mean, they can't just. That's not how life works, right? They just don't go up, up.
Well, unless he becomes
the
greatest of all time, right? He becomes the next.
Well, even in the near future, it'll still come down. That's just that will happen.
There's normal. Yeah. I mean, he might get hurt, which we hope doesn't happen. But
are you asking Ben if he feels bad for making people who don't have more money to buy stuff? What are you asking?
No,
I don't know what you're asking.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking.
Yeah, no, you and me, Ben, too. I don't know either. I don't know.
I'm not smart. Haven't we?
Well, it's usually me who says the dumb crap. Anyways.
No, it's more. I find it fascinating that one person person can have such a big impact. I mean, because and we'll move on.
What is interesting is that for sure I can affect the market. And mainly because hockey cards are cheaper, right? Then I can't go into the basketball market and affect Jordan cards that as much as I can affect Celebrini cards, right? So
fair enough.
I think I enjoy being able to get the best of all his cards, which is awesome. Or almost, right? So definitely enjoy doing that.
You can be a bigger fish in a smaller pond.
I think we're missing something here. Ben's big player is Celebrini. So in the next 5 years, let's say there's 7 more big blue chip prospects. Well, if Ben doesn't like them and Celebrini's his main guy, why should everything change because Ben has a bit more money and likes one player? You know what does that make sense, right?
No, it does make sense to me. And actually, I'm glad you said that guy. because when the whole Bedard thing was happening and people were spending a lot of money on cards, you would hear a lot of commentary along the lines of, none of these guys are true collectors.
Yeah,
they're just spending. And so in the case of here, Ben, it's the Sharks are your team and Celebrini's your guy. And so I think that's a win for the hobby.
tough crap. That's my team. That's my guy. Like if I had 10x my financial situation, there's not many people that beat me on Ottawa. Like what? And I'm not gonna feel bad for you. Get a paper route, kid. What do you want from me?
And I'm kind of lucky to be at this time collecting hockey cards when Celebrini is kind of doing so well, right? Celebrini is probably the reason why I got into hockey. I mean, the big right now last year.
So you'd probably go less mega bid on Bedard, right? Like you got some of these Bedard cards. I'm sure you're like, oh wow, I was willing to go. Celebrini's your guy. He's the most money you're willing to spend. San Jose is your team.
Correct.
That's kind of how you roll, right? And obviously we like other players here and there.
Other players like Mitch Collins.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on. And Bedard, yeah.
That's awesome.
McDavid, I think is awesome.
Never heard of him.
Never.
Yeah, Josh doesn't like McDavid.
No,
yeah.
I just think he needs to wait.
Yeah, yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, do you think that for his legacy, at some point, Connor McDavid needs to win a Stanley Cup, or do you think he's just that good where that's not necessary?
He needs to win the Stanley Cup. I'm very sad that he didn't the last 2 years. I've been rooting for him to win a Stanley Cup.
Well, me too. Yeah, I root for the hobby. I want all cards to go up. And it's just a joke that I don't like him. Okay, of the genres you collect, like you got basketball cards, you've got One Piece, I've seen Pokemon, hockey. If you had to give up one, which one would you give up? Don't say hockey.
He won't. I know what else. Starts with a B.
Disney, Lorcana.
Oh, Phil has to leave.
No, that surprised me a little bit. You'd keep basketball over Disney?
Yeah.
Are you a Jordan Kobe guy? Is that who you collect there?
I am. I'm a big Jordan Kobe fan. I mean,
okay, well that's why. Okay, and Jordan Upper Deck. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean they're.
Are you into the Jordan PMGs at all?
I am. I have a full PMG set of every sport. From
you have a green Jordan?
No green. Just red, gold, and
oh, you're not a big collector.
Yeah, who are you? Benjamin who? Let's get this guy out of here.
Have you ever met G McLeod?
No, who's that?
So G McLeod is I think the second interview in a row she came up with. We talked to her with Mike Foster on the last podcast, but she and her husband Earl founded a company called Arena Designs, and they were hired by Fleer in the 90s, and Gene created Precious Metal Gems.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I do know of her. Yeah, the artist behind the PMG.
Yeah, and now she's the senior design person at Upper Deck. Okay. So she runs their design department. And actually, I don't know if you saw this too, Phil. Our good friend Billy Cilio just posted on his Instagram. So Billy's the senior product manager at Upper Deck, works with Gene on metal. That Gene brought in, so the actual logo for Metal Universe was a metal art sign that she made. It's a tangible, and then she brought it in for him to look at. Like she has the wildest things,
she's an artiste.
She's an artist, and the PMG it was her wedding or engagement ring from her husband was an emerald. And that was the inspiration to create Precious Metal Gems. She'll show you the ring.
PMG's bigger in hockey. Like it's so hockey people don't really appreciate PMGs.
These two do.
They kind of killed it
by doing what?
So what happened is Upper Deck brought Metal Universe back in 2020, and they made what I think was a smart move is that they introduced the gold PMG 101,
yep.
And then though. In 2021, 2022, and to some extent 2023, the next 3 years, they went PMG overboard.
Yeah,
and
way
they
too
flooded.
Many.
They had every set had a 1997, 98 retro. Then they had a base set PMG. Then they did the 2013 Marvel deals, and then
saturated the market.
Just too many of them, and just flooded. So, like a guy like McDavid, there's PMGs everywhere, and now they're pulling back from that.
Yep.
Which is a good thing. So, have you collected any of the 2012 Fleer Retro Hockey PMGs, because those are the first hockey ones in 2012, where you can get like Gretzky, Mario
museum pieces. Those are the museum pieces.
I have not. I do have a McDavid 2015 PMG green.
Oh,
2015?
oh, I know where you got that actually.
Yeah, just recently.
What's that? 2015?
2015 Fleer Showcase.
Ah,
That is McDavid's rookie, and
gotcha.
you got that on alt, didn't you?
I did.
Josh.
I don't have it in hand yet, but once I do,
You got a stalker, Ben. You got a
No,
stalker.
I don't have a stalker, and that's like the thing about us being the hockey podcast, right? When big cards move or go down, we have a million little birdies that love to come tell me what's happening.
Yep. I do. I am a
So-
fan of PMGs. Love to see them do well.
They will. They'll come back. They just had to less vamp it a little bit.
Well, I think what you was about 40,000 US because it's public again. The equivalent of that in a basketball card would have been almost 7 figures, right? I mean, talking about how relatively inexpensive hockey is compared to other sports.
Yeah. I would say like maybe 10x.
That's crazy.
That's wild. Yeah. Cray.
Have you found that people have reacted to in the hockey space to more positively or negatively to you? Because there are people that I think, jealousy comes in, or I don't know what I don't never feel that way, so I have a hard time describing it, but I'm just curious if people have been more positive or negative to you kind of showing off all these big cards that you're buying.
A bit of both.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there are people who are. I mean, less. I see them post about it, less about them like telling me directly.
Yeah.
But they kind of hating on the fact that I overpaid so much for a card. But the weird thing is, a lot of times it's a public like eBay auction where the only reason why it was so high is because there's someone else willing to pay that much for it.
Some people forget that when they're angry. Like sometimes their emotions take over.
And to Phil's point earlier, you could go through all my favorite cards. I probably overpaid for every one of them.
Yeah.
But it was like a $500 or $1,000 purchase, and nobody cares about that.
But
I think it's just because
overpaying is such a weird way of saying it, right? Like the buyer and seller agree to your price, so that's kind of like the market price. So it is the price that
Just remind people you're a San Jose fan, and there's nothing you're going to say to calm anyone down. I mean, don't even respond. I guess it's a good metric to block people. Maybe.
Well, and a lot of times the cards, like my favorite cards, I'm sure like you or Phil, are the cards I really want the most don't come up for sale very often. Like a stupid card that I want but I love is a 2016 O-Pee-Chee Ovechkin, where you'll see maybe one for sale every 3 years. And if a decent copy becomes available, you either want the card or you don't. You don't have the power when you're the buyer.
Yep.
The seller decides what they are willing to sell it for, and you just make a decision. It's like, well, do I want to wait 3 more years, or should I just buy the card?
Yeah, and if you don't, someone else will.
100%. Yeah. So, all right, we've taken Ben for an hour. Do you have any more questions, Phil? Did you get all?
I'm sure I do. I've forgotten them, but it's been a good hour. I think I've asked most of my questions. That's good. Are you an uncle? Do you have kids, Ben, at all, or are you alone on your throne? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Are you want to get in the will? Is that what you're trying to?
No, I don't know. I no.
Do you want to adopt Phil?
Ben sounds well. I mean, yeah, if you want, I'll let you. But if Ben sounds like he'd be a great uncle, you know what I mean? Like an uncle.
Yeah. Can you imagine going to Uncle Ben's house and seeing all? Because I'm guessing you have. What's your coolest non-card thing that you've collected?
Don't say a car. We're not car guys.
I'm actually not a car guy either.
Oh, thank God.
Not coolest non-card thing. Do coins count?
No. Sure. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you guys probably don't know too much about my coin collection, but I have the rarest coin, probably the most valuable coin in existence.
What? Is it a Greek drachma?
It's a 1933 $20 St. Gaudens gold coin.
Why? What makes that so special for someone that's not a coin?
It's the only one in 1933 with the date 1933 that is legally
the double eagle.
Correct.
Is that the double eagle?
That can be legally owned by anyone. Because back then they made gold illegal to own, So they melted almost every single 1933 Double Eagle, except for a couple dozen. And they made it
story,
their own.
anyways.
So there's a huge history behind it. So
Yeah.
if you're interested, go do some Google research on it. It's a very cool coin.
Do you have it encased? Obviously, right?
It's not at home, so it's
safety deposit. I just want to flip it. Hear the ping a few 12.
Well,
Is that win, tails, you lose
slab.
sort of
It's
thing?
in the PCGS slab, which is the same
Okay.
parent company as PSA. Right. So
How does coin grading work? Is it comparable to card grading? Is it as subjective, or do
it's
people...
ruthless, brother.
It's weird. It is a rating system of up to 70 points. So they adopted
Seems
something
arbitrary.
that was kind of proposed by someone for cents, for grading large cents, and then they kind of stuck with it for since then. So 70 point is a perfect coin grade. 65 is gem mint. So 65 is similar to your 9.5, I guess, and 70 is similar to your 10 black label.
Don't clean them.
Oh yeah, cleaning coins is very
Bad. Yeah,
Well, it's like cleaning cards, right? You can't.
Well,
do that.
the thing about coins is if you clean a coin, the grader can see it, can detect it. Whereas with cards being cleaned, you almost can never tell.
Do you ever worry about buying a card that it's faked?
Fake?
Yeah, like in a private sale, somebody comes to you with a big card, and it's raw.
Uh-huh.
Would that ever give you pause? Well, because we look at like PSA will say that like a crazy percentage of Gretzky rookies or Jordan rookies that they get submitted are not real.
Yeah, so I wouldn't buy raw cards other than like from the newer sets.
Okay.
Right? Or like if it's a patch card, then I would buy it raw. But even then the patch could have been replaced, right?
Yeah, do your due diligence on them, and card situational specific. I guess it depends.
Well, in that case, that's a great case for grading, right? Because you would say send it to PSA. I'll
correct.
Pay the difference, and if they authenticate it and say it's because it's not just fake, it's not altered. You know, it could be trimmed, altered, colored, all those sort of things, and you want to make sure that if you're going to spend good money, that you're buying something that's authentic.
Yeah, and for the most part, they get it right. But a lot of times, the grading companies don't even know, or they could. You resend it a few times. Sometimes it comes back altered. Sometimes it comes.
Yeah. Play the game. I just got my Patrick Waugh back. I've gotten an 8. I've gotten it's been altered, and now I got a PSA 9. So I guess
you're on your way.
Yeah,
my
more
third
time.
one.
Well,
I played the game. I got
You
it.
have to know when to stop, right? You roll the dice. You have to know when it's good enough.
I want to keep the hair here, so I no more some PSA submissions.
I sent
for this guy.
a card to BGS, a gold Dragon Ball card to BGS. It came back initially 9.5. I thought it could get a 10, and I resubmitted it, cracked it, resubmitted raw like 10 more times afterwards. Never got it back to 9.5.
Never, eh? Wow. So that's it's just
So now it's in the 9 holder. I got it back to a 9. It was at the worst, it was like a 7.5. I got it back into a 9, and I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm just going to
I'm hoping that as technology continues to advance and you've got computer assisted technology or AI, whatever it is, that the grading companies will start to be able to create like a digital fingerprint on raw cards so that they'll know if a card's being resubmitted or not.
I mean, they should, even without digital fingerprint. Like the card I submitted is actually one of one, and they wouldn't even look it up that they've graded.
Why are you doing that? Now it's an obsession to get the 9.5 back, right? It's not about.
Yeah, it was mainly because all my other cards are like gold labeled 9.5s or 10s, and you
just want the uniformity. Yep. I get that. So. All right, man. Well, hey, thank you so much. And I really appreciate your willingness to come on and talk about your collection. I know a lot of people are very curious, including us, about...
Yeah, Josh, he scratched a big itch for the big guy today.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I just like to meet people and hear your story and see what motivates you. Yep. So, yeah.
You can send me my check in the mail.
Okay. Yeah. Send the invoice
Can
to
you
him
cash it in 3 years? That would be that would work out best. But thank you very much, Ben, and it was great to meet you.
Yeah, same here.
Kind of. Yeah, it was great to kind of meet you, Ben. Thanks.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe it'll be the unmasking of Benjamin B. This is part of a series, Phil.
Do you really need that much gel in your hair, though? I mean,
it just looks cool, though, right?
Yeah, it does look cool. I'm jealous.
It does look cool. All right, we'll talk to you later. Thanks again to Ben, or I guess whoever his name is. I don't even think I know his real name. So we're not that good friends yet, I guess.
It's fun though. It was good chatting with him.
Oh my gosh, he's a very, very nice guy. And
one of us. One of us.
I'm curious your guys' key takeaways from that conversation, because obviously the guy is buying everything cool, right? And were there any? You guys tell me what you thought of the conversation.
Well, he'll buy stuff, but it's not everything he buys he keeps. I mean, the biggest thing that blew me away, and if I could do it, I would probably have to hang on to it for a while, but one of the Topps PSA 10 Gretzky's, brother. I don't know. I have to hang on to that for a while. But I thought that's probably one of the biggest things that struck a chord with me is it's one of the guys that physically had one of the cards.
Well, Phil, you talk about ego a lot, and in a good way, and I'm glad you do. I'll even admit, if I owned that card, it would be tough to sell from that ego, just to be able to. And I never knew he owned one, so it maybe wasn't public with it, but that you have one of the 4 PSA 10. Even if you disagree that they should be, let's not get into that whole thing, but just that you own, right, one of the 4 Gretzky rookie PSA 10s.
Yeah, that's an ego stroke. Good for him. I mean, yeah, you pull that out at a party. No one's going to think it's real. Like in our circles, right? They'd be like, "Okay, Ben, nice fake." You're like, "No, this is actually one of the 4." I'd bring it with me. I don't know. I'd bring it with me some places. Why not? It'd be funny.
I've been thinking a lot too about how, and I'm not casting aspersions at others because I'm putting myself in the same boat too. Why do I find it comforting that he is kind of a quote unquote real collector? Like, why should that, or does it matter to me? Because I did kind of find it comforting. I'm like, oh, he's really a San Jose Sharks fan. So here's the guy buying all the big Macklin Celebrini rookies. And, should it matter if it's a sneaker bro that is just, quote unquote, investing in cards, or if it's a mysterious guy named Benjamin B, who, at least if you take his word, doesn't ever plan to sell these, goes to the games.
Right.
Loves the player and is really excited about him. Should that matter?
Yeah, context matters, I think. For me personally. I mean, and at least he's open about it, and people who just get into this hobby just for money, I think it's super obvious, because it's not always going to be like this. There's not always going to be this hum of the hobby and people coming in so quickly, in droves, at least for Pokemon and for TCG.
No, they do with us too. They do.
Yeah. Okay. I think it is comforting. At first I listened and I was like, oh my God, this guy is so rich. I don't think I can take anything away from this conversation because I will never, ever be on his level. But then I thought about it even more, and I was thinking, however his approach to collecting is, we can always scale to our means. So I love the fact that he collects what he enjoys. Of course, his price tags are going to be a lot more than what the majority of us can afford, but he doesn't mind paying for cards that he really, really wants, or overpaying, or whatever, deviating from whatever the market is on that card, because he truly does love it. And I think that that's an important lesson. We're always so fixated, at least when I'm wheeling and dealing at shows, this is the market price and I want this sticker and I want this. And I thought it was kind of refreshing, because I had never thought of it that way before.
Well, now what I took away from what he said is, and I hope people listen to it to get a good understanding, is he, from how I interpreted it, he's not just, big bidder. He's not just going in there and throwing something down that can't be touched. Most of the stuff he's bidding on, there's a guy right below him that was bidding also, and he just went that next step up. I don't know how much it was. It could have been $100, $1,000, 10,000, whatever their range is. But there's somebody else bidding on these cards too. So it's not like he's just throwing this outlandish number out there to get it. He's not just throwing money away to own these cards. There's others that want them too. Yeah, he's outbidding them, but all these other people are still right there willing to pay these prices too.
One of the things also that I appreciated in retrospect is it's kind of funny, the juxtaposition. We talked about in Hobby News about you have Kevin O'Leary and Shine all over news saying we bought this card for $13 million 5 months ago, and now we think it's worth 20. You get the sentiment from talking to Ben where he doesn't at all project that this is like smart financial decisions. It's kind of like when we buy $100 card and we're like, well, if it goes down to 60, I don't care, right? But I don't think that he's trying to throw out to that. Look at me, I'm spending $100,000 on this hockey card because I think it's going to be worth $1 million someday. He seems to really just want to own it, and that part is important to him. So, and maybe that's me interpreting a little bit, probably is, but I just don't get that vibe from him.
He's great, man. He said I don't think he's trying to be a pure collector. I don't think he's trying to be a hustler. I don't think he's trying to be an entrepreneur. He is a San Jose Sharks fan. He has a lot to be excited about. Macklin Celebrini is one of those people. So is Will Smith. So is Michael Misa. I know he didn't mention Michael Misa. I like Michael Misa. He's just being himself in the hobby, and his decimal point is just a little different than ours. Mine's different than yours. You know, it's I think he's hobbying the way most of us hobby. He wasn't just, look, man, he clearly is well off, but he wasn't just throwing his money away for nothing. He made some comments where some things were.
Yeah, he's tapped out of a few deals.
So he's not just throwing money at the wall and just buying everything. When he wants a card, he's willing to open the wallet for it, and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And we love it. After the Bedard thing, I said all the time, who are these people paying these Bedard prices? I would love to meet one of them. I would love to find out one of these people is a Bedard collector. Well, we found one in Celebrini. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I'm very happy that Benjamin's a good friend of the show now.
How do you think people will react to that? Do you think that
people hate him? Yeah, they won't like him.
Really?
People are jealous. People express jealousy when they can't have things that other people can clearly afford.
And they're louder. I think most people will be happy for him, but the louder ones will be upset and say he's ruining the. Listen, someone will find a way to not like Ben, and I don't think Ben will care. Good, you know. I'm sure some people don't like me or you for what you collect and how you said it, and that's okay. I think Ben's doing a great thing, and I'm very happy to be his friend if he ever wants a trade buddy.
We tried to convince him to come to the expo. I don't think he's very interested.
Yeah, he didn't seem to want to. Yeah,
shot that down really, really.
I hope so. One day, though, I hope you do, Ben. I really hope you don't even have to. You could just pretend you're somebody else. No one will ever know, right? Yeah.
I kind of like the mystery thing too. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, this is all silly and fun, and we have to remind ourselves all the time that this is a hobby. Well, Victoria, you said it earlier, right? That this is not life or death. This is not the most important thing. It shouldn't be the most important thing in any of our lives. And it's supposed to be fun. So to have this monster buyer, this hobby whale come in and have a little bit of a shroud of mystery about it, I think keeps it spicy. So there we go. New product release is brought to you by Total Sports and their sister company, GP Sports. Total Sports in Etobicoke, which is a suburb of Toronto, is a fantastic spot to pick up amazing singles, the latest hockey releases. And hey, while you're there, sell Grant your collection, because apparently he likes to spend money more than he likes to make it. And I really think that that's the God's honest truth. That I would hate to be his accountant. Can you imagine those meetings? Like, dude, stop spending.
They would be daily meetings, yeah.
Grant can ship you hobby boxes anywhere in Canada from TotalSportsCards.com. So be sure to check there for all your hobby box needs. They do have fantastic prices too, by the way. Very pleased about that. And if you're into breaking, nobody's done it longer and got better breaks really than Grant. So please hit them up at gpsportcards.com to get your spots for Wednesday night breaks and catch Grant on both Wednesday and Friday nights on the GP Sports Cards YouTube channel. Well, this is one of my favorite weeks of all in the hobby. I am, you want to talk about true collecting and not being in it for money, then this is a set. This is a set for you. And honestly, it's not in a bad way, but it's controversial in that a lot of people don't like O-Pee-Chee paper because there's no rush, race, or chase to get a $2,000 card.
Black Rainbow. Excuse me.
I'm a big fan. So on Wednesday, we have the annual release of O-Pee-Chee Hobby in 25-26. Again, a fantastic low-cost rip with what I think are great cards. And in advance of release day, so today we're going to cover some checklist highlights and designs. Remember, the complete checklist is up and available right now on hockeychecklist.com. But here's our look at 25-26 O-Pee-Chee. We'll start with the base set. So one of the big characteristics of O-Pee-Chee paper, as we like to call it, versus platinum, is the massive base set. And this is where I think the chase for good names comes from, not valuable cards, because the base set is basically broken down into 3 different components. There's base veterans, where there's 500 players on the checklist. Most sets have 100 players on the checklist. So again, it's huge. And then there's 6 different parallels of the base veterans. You have a yellow, which is you found 1-to-1 in blasters, blue border, 1 in 3 packs hobby, red border, 1 in 18 packs hobby, purple border out of 49, red border blank backs, which are 101, and then printing plates 101. Okay, we have to stop here. What do you guys think of the design? This is important because this is also the base design for O-Pee-Chee Platinum as well. Do we like it this year? Yes or no?
Yep. I get they're doing a hockey rink.
Yeah.
It's a little noisy on the border for me, and I don't like that shade of blue.
Okay.
But I will reserve judgment until I see the red borders, the blacks, some of the inserts. I feel like you asked that question a little early.
All right. Well, then you can.
Josh is always premature.
Stop. Best 20 seconds of your life.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 Nations. I think this is interesting. So they did a subset for 4 Nations this year. All 4 teams are represented. There's some additional parallels that come with both the rookies and 4 Nations. So you have the same parallels we had with the base veterans, yellow border, red border. But now they have a rainbow foil out of 350, a rainbow foil black, which is what you mentioned, Phil, always a highlight of O-Pee-Chee. Those are numbered out of 100. You have purple border out of 49, rainbow foil green out of 33, rainbow foil gold 101, red border blank back 101, and printing plates 101. So 3 different 101s. Actually 6 if you count all 4 printing plates. But
so this red card's much nicer than the blue, I find.
Yeah. It has a very intricate border.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
It kind of has like a native thing. I like it. Like it looks, a little bit. I don't know. There's something like a feather or something. I really like this red one. I didn't like the blue one so much.
All right.
What is rainbow foil? Sorry, I don't quite understand. And like, how can you have a black rainbow foil? Like, what does that mean?
Tell her, checklist boy.
Rainbow foil is a coating that they put over the card to give it almost like a refracting effect, but it's a little duller than a refractor. It's not a chromium card. It's just more of that
flatter
coating. And then so the tints are the different parallels. It would have like a
okay. Gotcha.
Like I think they would make the border black and then rainbow foil over that.
Gotcha.
Rainbow foil's got more of a sheen to it. A refractor's got more of a piercing laser beam.
It's freaking laser beams.
Freaking sharks with freaking laser beams.
Then there's the last subset of base are the marquee rookies. There's 60 rookies on the checklist. All the big names are on there. So you have Demidov, Schaefer et al. Same parallel mix as 4 Nations. And so this would be the green rainbow foil out of 33. Now, Victoria, it's in the preview photos, you can't really see the foiling, so you'd have to see it. But if you wanted to go, O-Pee-Chee's done black rainbow foil every year, I think. since probably 2005, 6, something like that, or whenever it came back. You could go on eBay and search for O-Pee-Chee Black Rainbow Foil, and through photos get a sense of what it looks like.
It's the opposite of your Allure color flow. Everything about
rainbow, and I
it.
was like, oh, like maybe I'll dabble. No, I don't even like this. So yeah.
Then there's some base variations, and these are common in O-Pee-Chee paper. No photos, but I'll mention them quickly. So there's like a helmet off photo variation. Those are 1 in 288 hobby, 25 players on the checklist. There's a marquee rookies draft photo variation. Tough odds. 1 in 1,440 packs. 5 cards on the checklist: Levshinov, Demidov, Zeev, Bium, Jimmy Snuggs, and Ryan Leonard. And then there's a milestone goals photo variant, which is kind of a cool one. 10 cards on the checklist, 1 in 720 hobby pack odds. That's your base set.
Mm.
Okay, now onto inserts. There's retro, which all veterans get a retro parallel. It's kind of a parallel, but it's technically an insert, I guess. So there's 500 of those. Now there's 3 parallels on the retro side. You have black border out of 100. Those don't have any rainbow foiling. They're just more the matte or the black finish to it. You have blank backs, which have unknown odds, and printing plates, which are 101 again. Then you have 4 nations.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, this has more of like
That's
the 1930s
awesome.
O-Pee-Chee
like that.
look to it.
Yeah, nice
Mhm.
card. Sexy.
Again, the same 40 players on the 4 nations checklist, same 3 parallels. So this would be the black border, probably out of 100, I would guess. Then you have retro marquee rookies. Again, same 60 rookies as the base set. We're looking at the Zane Prague, the black border as well.
I love that.
Looks really nice.
That's what a hockey card should be. Funky designs like that,
Yeah.
Simple but funky. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it's funny when you contradict the base card design and the details that I don't think we loved, where this is just as detailed of a card, but the design to me just works better.
Makes my eyes happier.
Makes your eyes happier. There you go. The next insert would be the O-Pee-Chee Premier, which is always a nod back to those early sets.
Took it safe, eh? I think they took
Yeah,
a
they went the safe route.
safe route, yeah.
That looks
The
good.
base are 1 in 6 pack odds. The big parallel in this set every year, Victoria, is I almost said, oh Jesus. Victoria is the diamond rainbow foil out of 75.
I saw the eyebrow, Victoria. I saw it. Anyway, go ahead, Josh.
There's 100 players on the checklist, including 13 rookies. So this card will be for the big players. What people will go after and chase it a little bit.
Big fan of the player being outside of his head there, Ryan's head, and then the skate out of the picture. I love that. I love that. It gives the card. I wanted
Depth.
should have been a little more. I think a little more depth.
Good call out there. Like that too. Another insert every year that I love and has no value. I mean, none of these cards really drive are the playing cards.
These.
Yeah.
I love these.
I got
love
this that one year and I was
funky.
so excited, and then it's just kind of annoying. It
I'm
loses the
bidding on
thrill.
some on Slab Sharks right now. I just think they're so cool. There's
Yeah.
like a few PSA 10s. I think they're so awesome.
Get the 52 cards, and you let me know how cool they are. Still,
I think they're cool. Let me collect what I like, right?
Jeez.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
go
the best
on
thing?
her parade.
Get up! The what? You're gonna make me be a villain? This isn't an after-school
You're
special.
a hobby hater. You are a hobby
Yeah.
hañater.
I'm just saying it's
Hashtag
not as
88.
exciting once you get all 52. That's all I'm saying.
For you,
Phil's a real asshole lately.
you're the only collector in the universe, apparently.
Oh my god.
All right.
Mhm.
The two kind of, and so the odds vary based on like the category. Like the lower numbered ones have the easiest odds, and then what people really always want to know are what 4 players made the aces and who the jokers are. So the aces, not a giant surprise, are who are they? Jeez, okay. McDavid, McKinnon, Crosby, and Ovechkin. Those are 1 in 101 packs. And then the jokers are 1 in 203 pack odds and are always mascots. This year it's S.J. Sharkey and Carlton the Bear.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. They should have put They should be putting players as the jokers, and those cards would go for a lot. If they put Matthew and Brady Tkachuk as the jokers,
that would be funny.
Yes, I'd be all over that, and they would be too. The boys would love it. They'd be like, "Yeah, let's go." I think that would be fantastic.
There's a wax on insert, which is 1 in 480 pack odds. So pretty tough.
Like it.
There, I kind of like this too.
What about copyright though, Mr. Miyagi?
It didn't say wax off.
Danielson.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Danielson.
It includes 5 rookies. So it's got Demidov, Levshinov, Bume, Ryan Leonard, and Jimmy Snuggs. No wax on for Matthew Schaefer.
It's like a surfboard thing, eh? Like the wax. Okay.
And then we get platinum.
I more prefer Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles saying wax on, wax off.
Didn't he say don't pay $5 for late pizza or something?
Something like that.
Okay, last one is platinum previews, where on the vet side, I think there's 7 cards. There's McDavid, Matthews, Crosby, McKinnon, Bedard, and then 3 rookies: Sam Dickinson, Artyom Levshinov, and Beckett Senecki. And you get all the O-Pee-Chee Platinum parallels. The crazy thing about these is that they actually make them a little bit tougher, Victoria, that they'll have like a O-Pee-Chee Platinum, like Seismic Gold Platinum Preview. It'll say Preview typically on the back of the card. And where a Seismic Gold is traditionally out of 50, these will be out of 25. They're super cool, but they have terrible resale values.
Yeah. Good buying opportunity. I pick them up whenever I can.
You get a cool card. You just don't ever want to overpay for one of them. And people will right away because they come out before Platinum. And if you're a big Beckett Senecki fan, you might get really excited about it. It's not one to overspend because as soon as it's kind of like pre-NHL and NHL jersey cards, once the real Platinum comes out, these values go down.
That happened with Bedard or Ovechkin when he was in the 2 years ago when he was about to get the record. People were cleaning up on the previews. I was like, why are these preview Seismic Golds going for stupid money? Because he was about to break the record. And I don't know. I guess that's the only connection. Yeah.
And then after he broke the record, it's just not so cool anymore. So how would you feel if you had the card still?
Fair. Lastly, there is a bounty program with 25, 26 O-Pee-Chee. So per the usual, it's 9 puzzle pieces to collect. Anyone that completes the bounty gets a Demidov Bounty Award card. And then for people that finish it fast, there's a auto that's out of 25. I think the first 25 to complete it, and then a parallel Demidov rookie out of 100. The big thing here is if you open a box of O-Pee-Chee paper, especially on release day, and you hit a bounty card, sell it immediately. You might get $100 for it.
We did. We got sold too, remember?
Yeah, that first day. And 6 months later, it's worth $6 because people are trying to complete these bounty programs as fast as possible, and they will overpay on day one. Any thoughts on the cards we looked at or designs before we get into the what to expect and price and all that?
I'm excited as usual.
Yeah.
Well, okay, here's what to expect then. If you're opening a hobby box of 25-26 O-Pee-Chee paper, you get 1 rare chase card, 3 numbered base parallels, retro variation parallels, and or printing plates, 6 base set blue border parallels, 1 base set red border parallel, 18 retro variations, 4 O-Pee-Chee playing cards, and 3 O-Pee-Chee premier cards on average per box. I don't have the pricing for totalsportcards.com, and Grant Shop, but it'll be, they always have good pricing. So if you're in Canada, head there to pick it up on release day. In the US, it's about $68 US right now for pre-orders is what I was seeing. So again, we complain a lot that to many this hobby is unaffordable. And in my humble opinion, this is a fantastic, fun box to open that you don't have to feel guilty about spending a ton of money on it.
Great. Cards are great. Super fun. Great set to collect. The out of 100 cards are fun, man. It's almost like a typewriter ink on them. So when you hit one, it's like, yeah.
Okay, Philip, you ready for your mailbag?
I sure am, Joshua. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Gongshow Mailbag. Here we go. From Discord, Trunk Slam Chest. As someone who loves ripping loose packs, what are your thoughts on the following product idea? At the end of the year, Upper Deck puts one pack from each low to mid-tier product into a box. It's bad grammar, sorry there. Guarantees one box hit from one of the packs and sells it for like $100 to $200, like an anthology box. Do you think the hobby would bite on something like that? The grammar was good. It was the dictation that was poor. I apologize. So I love the idea, but I would also like to know how Upper Deck would know what hits would be in what packs, because I know they don't. Contrary to popular internet research journalism, they actually do not know what cards are in what packs. So I'm not sure how they do it, but I love the idea. Louis, what do you think?
I agreed with you. I answered this after you'd put that in there. You know, How do you know where the hits are? How do you to guarantee you're getting something?
Yeah. Josh, Victoria, anything to add?
I agree about the hits, but I do like the idea. I think it's cool.
All right, let's move on. XYZ Optics. Looks like a Canadian retailer, Klutz and Chara, posted their pre-order too early from the PWHL Fleer Ultra. Do we think that this might mean a physical Fleer Ultra for NHL this year as well? Ooh, exciting. Or do you think they're going to reuse 24-25 Fleer Ultra designs for PWHL? Rumor has it they announced this at the CDD conference. So one of your buddies at the shops might know. I feel like this is a Josh question.
I think there's a good chance we could see Fleer Ultra physical.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's exciting. Next question. Ray Bork collection. In the cup, what are the top 5 subsets in your opinion? Victoria, you can go last if you want to go at all. Josh, you go.
I said limited logos, emblems of endorsement or endorsements. I keep changing the name. I like the exquisite RPAs. Foundations are growing on me, and I really love the lavish autos this year, so I had to throw that in there.
Oh, yeah? I thought you were a Baroque kind of guy. Yeah?
No, I am Baroque, but I like lavish autos.
We all are. It's a constant race to the bottom over here at Gongshow. Believe it or not. Okay. Louis, what do you think?
I went with the Shield, then RPA, then the Gold RPA, limited logos, and since Josh brought it up, we'll just add in one more. The lavish are awesome.
Okay. So I'm a little different. I picked the Shield Auto 101's gonna be the best. Then I go Cup RPA. Then I go Gold Cup RPA parallel. And to round off my last two, the base patch auto parallel and the base auto parallel. I think those are some of the greatest cards every year. The out of 12s, base patch auto parallels of every player. Phenomenal cards. Great loophole. Well, I don't think it's a loophole much anymore. They're going pretty spendy. So, well, gone are those days. Great cards, though. Victoria, do you know any cup cards? No, you're good? Okay, we'll move on. She doesn't want to talk. Okay, Discord. Headphone Activist. Hey, guys. Hey, what's up, man? Recently, I've started collecting refractors from the mid-90s to the early 2000s. Awesome, brother. Wah, Iserman, Jagger, Lemieux, Medano. Oh, my. I'm starting to realize there are many more refractor cards and variations than I expected. Oh, hell yeah. Do you guys have any personal favorites from that era, specific players, years, or products that you'd recommend I look into as I build out this next part of my collection? I love the show. Thanks for all the great content. Thank you. I'm a big Blast from the Past horror, man. I love that set. They're phenomenal. I know it's not 90s. Oh, early 2000s. You said it. Yeah. The Patrick Watt, a 25 or 0203s, the Topps Chrome tribute set. Those are my two my votes for you. Louis, what do you think?
I picked, after Josh put it up, of course, but the 2003 Bowman Chrome Gold. Love them. My favorite ones.
Okay, Josh, yourself?
Yeah, so that was one of mine, as well as the 2001 Topps Chrome Black. So both the Bowman Chrome Gold from 03 and the 01 Topps Black refractors, they're all out of 50. They're super expensive. So sorry, it's not a cheap recommendation. I have one of any of those cards. And what makes the 01 Topps Black refractors out of 50 trickier too is they're often not centered. And if you're a centering snob and that's important to you, it's really hard to pay $700 for a card that has 70-30 centering on it. So that trips me up a lot.
Hope that helped. Headphones. All right, next question. Panther J, another hobby mystery, but let's see if we can help you. But do you think that Future Watch Auto retros will ever achieve the pricing they deserve? The Star Rookies, the last 2 years are out of $199 and $999 compared to the regular Future Watch Auto out of $999. I remember when I found out too, Jay. Anyways, okay, let's keep going. The retros routinely sell for half the price, even though they're 1/10 of the print run. Will they get the love in, say, 10 to 15 years down the road? Keep up the good work, boys. No, they won't. And maybe, probably not. For a little bit after COVID, there was a little odd flip here and there. Like, I'll give you my personal experience. So Brady Tkachuk is a Future Watch Auto at a 25. That is the retro. I had a dealer try to sell it to me for $1,200. And he had a regular 3-color. They were both 3 colors. And he had a regular Future Watch FWAP that was out of 50 for $800. I bought his $800 one, and he didn't seem to understand that I wasn't going to pay more for the less one. I got it for $650 at the end of the card show. So I guess he talked to a few people. I don't know why it is. It's just not a. Wow. It's not a. I don't want to use the word true. It's not as a highly recognized. True
it's just
auto.
not part of the base set, and rookies that are part of the base set for whatever reason. Well, and I think it goes back to like how Beckett classified rookie cards.
What Josh is about to say is what I was trying to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's and so that will always carry the most hobby weight, or does. I shouldn't say will always. That has always carried the most hobby weight.
Yes, we are not about absolutes here on the Gong Show, but we are about probabilities, and that probably will not happen, but it might. Probably not. All right. Louis agrees. Victoria agrees. Okay, next question. Instagram. Kevin B. Smith. Phil, hello. We all know your love for 23-24 Allure from when it first came out. Yeah, that's true. Thanks, man. With that product now around the same price as the latest Allure, which hobby box would you spend your $200 Canadian on? Cheers, guys. Okay, well, so I'm pushing my friends Jason and Billy, they're buddies of mine in the shows, to somehow, some way, find me a box or case of Series 2 23-24 with no Bedard in it. And that if I can get a reasonable price and still experience the love of my hockey card collecting with Flagship, I want all those inserts of Series 2, all those outbursts, all those unique cards that all those people worked so hard on will never get seen now because no one's ever going to pay the prices of Series 2. So to answer your question, after my long rant, I would buy 4 boxes of Parker's Champions for my $200. But I really want to buy a box of Series 2 23-24.
Can I share you something interesting that I observed at a card shop this weekend?
Sure.
24-25 Series 2, $280 US. 23-24 Series 2, $199 US.
It's going down, eh? They're taking a hit.
And Celebrini is now, what is that? The difference between 200 and 280 is that 40% more than Bedard.
Well, buying opportunity, as Victoria says. Okay. Next question, as that was directed towards me. Okay, FVTV recital.
Favorite steel, I think, right? Favorite steel?
Yeah, that doesn't spell recital. Okay, with ePack, no more questions. With ePack selling out, what do you think this does to the Young Guns market for 24-25 Series 2? Well, Josh ruined everything for everybody, so we should probably let him answer first.
I don't think it does or means much. I don't know. I don't know if it's directly or indirectly correlated to what degree. I think let's assume he's talking about the Celebrini Young Guns market here. I think the bigger factor is how many are sitting at PSA right now.
Yeah, very well said. Yeah, Louis, anything to add there?
Nope. Josh ruined it.
Yeah. Victoria, anything to add? No, she's shaking her head in disgust. Okay, next question. Instagram, Hanif, what's up, brother? Dear Sir Louis, how do you balance family, work, the hobby, and the Gong Show. I always struggle with work-life balance. I will answer first.
Oh, great. Can't wait for this.
If you're a Seinfeld fan, there's an episode where George goes to work and someone asks him exactly what you asked Louis. And I'm not going to say George's answer, but I highly recommend you go to YouTube and find it. Go ahead, Louis.
Wow. Maybe I should go watch that first.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that either.
Would have made it funnier if you guys knew what I was talking about. But anyway.
Yeah, well. Okay, well, interesting question. First off, we all put a ton of work into this and all got to balance everything with this Gong Show. But for me, work is work, and that ain't going to change. It's always going to be there. And winter's the hardest thing for me with weather because I have to be there for the white stuff when it falls. I've made sure that there is always a day I dedicate to family other than just weekend time, which one of the reasons for Thursdays when we do the Slab Sharks weekly auction that I'm not there. I made that the family day, and it also gives opportunity for you guys to see different faces instead of looking at or listening to me. For the hobbying, I can do that anytime. And if there isn't a lot of time for me to make that happen, it's probably a good thing. Slows me down a little bit. Gong Show stuff is something that I enjoy doing, and it feels like an escape from a lot of other things and crap going on in the world. Does it take time? Yeah, a lot of it. And that can be partially my fault because I'm trying to put together something appealing to everybody, and I try to make it perfect. And I'll go back and forth whether I think somebody's, you guys are going to like it or not if you're watching. Yeah, I probably put 35 hours a week into the show above and beyond with my job, but what helps is having a plethora of monitors in front of me that I can at least watch hockey or something on half of a monitor while I'm working on all this stuff. So it doesn't really feel like I'm, I don't know. It's a lot of time, but I don't feel like I'm really wasting it. I love doing this. And the best thing about it all is I get to do something I enjoy with my friends, but at this point, you might as well call all of them family.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm with them just as much as I'm with my regular family. So it's just fun. And when we all get feedback from you guys about the show and what you like, and saying something was awesome, it fills us all up and it keeps pushing us to do more and do better. So that's my story.
Right on. Good answer, Louis. Thank you. And great question. Great question. Okay, next question from Twitter X Conscious Collector. Hey, I said it pretty good. That was good.
Yeah, good for you.
A lot of time is spent analyzing data around cards. Well, some of us do. Would you guys be willing to share some of your data related to the pod? Then you forgot to put your name in there, Josh. Total time listened, and protege Victoria. Total time listened, watched year over year, etc. Any stats to give your regular listeners some info about the state of the Gong Show? Oh, I get what he's asking. Like that makes me extremely uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Josh, you should answer this.
I don't really like sharing our data. And it feels always like gratuitous and self-serving to me, the thought of doing it. We work hard, and honestly, like the way I think about this is I'm very much a look forward person, not so much a look behind person. So my focus, like after we're done recording, I'll immediately go into Thursday's podcast and how do we make that great? That's just more the way I'm wired. And it just feels weird to share, but he did ask. And so I poked, it got me curious and I poked around a little bit and I did find something. I don't know if this is good or bad. Because again, it's just not what I focus on, but
you throwing out a stat?
I'm going to throw out a stat. So
okay.
Lifetime now, we just crossed between YouTube and podcast. And I thought this was kind of cool. 500,000 watch and listen hours of our show.
That's crazy.
Is that good?
That's a long time.
That's 500,000 hours listened.
Yeah, it's humbling when you think about it. So then I got curious and I'm like, and I started like on my phone calculator, right? And I'm like, well, it's basically 57 years of time.
Still, it's like if you listen to this show every second of the day for your whole life. That's how long.
That's how much content we've done?
That's how much it's
aren't
been
you
consumed.
57?
Oh. Clip that. Louis, write this down.
What happened? I missed it. What happened?
Well, that one went like this. Like,
I didn't.
This is the greatest moment ever. 2:01.
Oh, son of
32. She said the point was made, Phil, that 57 years of consumption of the show have happened. And she said, it's like you've listened to this show every minute of your life. Aren't you 57?
Oh, that was good. Yeah, I didn't hear you. Nicely done. Good. No, I'm 44. Yeah.
Nicely done.
That was good.
Nice work, team.
Yeah.
So, I just thought that was, like I said, I don't know, maybe we should have 2 million. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but I just thought it was cool.
It's really cool.
All right. Enough patting ourselves on the back. Next question. Jay Flourish. Young Guns players to look at for the 26-27 season. Josh has all of our answers.
Well, I think Gavin McKenna will most likely be in Series 2. That's assuming he goes for the draft this summer, which I think is a good bet, and he makes the team out of camp, and that would makes his debut then in October, so it'll be a Series 2 Young Guns. And then for Series 1, it'll depend on what players that have already been drafted but are not in the league yet make their debut in the spring.
Some weird, eh? All right, next question. Gunther Cards 96. Hey, boys. What's up, Gunther? With how popular the Outburst cards have been, would you like to see Upper Deck add another color down the line? Heck yeah. Dark Forest Green. I just don't feel like it would go well, but I'd still like to see it. Louis, what do you think?
Blue or black? Could you imagine just that shimmer black?
And then we could get Kenny Wayne Shepherd to write the theme song for Upper Deck. Blue on black. All right.
I thought of that when I typed it.
Victoria?
I want pink because I was looking at Slab Sharks this morning and they have like Upper Deck makes like these highlighter cards that are pink. And I think those are so cool. So I would love like a pink or a purple because it would contrast nicely with the majority of the jerseys that are in the NHL.
Oh, and you're a girl. You like pink. Girls like pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like pink. Pink's good. Or aggressive salmon. No, I like that. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna contradict all of you. I don't want them because I always get afraid Upper Deck will go with color overboard, and all of a sudden we'll have 9 Outburst parallels.
Baby blue and navy blue. That's Billy's specialty. All right, let's go.
Like that. Look it. It's pink. It's pretty.
Oh, like the Dazzlers. Yeah.
Yeah, pink Dazzlers. There you go.
All right, next question. Bobby Scarf. What's up, Bobby? Can you actually, Robert, if you're listening, do you have relatives in Perth, Ontario? We'll see. Okay. Can you help new dealers with a quick list of what is accepted as inserts, parallels, and special cards other than base numbered cards? Are inserts only cards with multi-character card numbering? Is there a standard naming recognized for the player? Oh, that word's not even in there. Is there a standard naming recognized for the different types of non-base cards that are priced differently? For example, inserts, parallels, short prints, and acetates. Josh, what do you think?
Sounds like a show topic.
I'm so dizzy.
No, I mean it really varies by set, and Upper Deck is not really consistent throughout brands with it, and so you have to learn each brand's history and attribute, and there's just a steep learning curve overall in the hobby. And so if you're a new dealer, my best advice is to keep it simple. I don't know, Victoria, maybe you'd be a great like when you were new into Pokemon dealing, I'm sure that that keeping it simple there too and not trying to do too much at once was probably a good way to go.
Yeah, like keeping it streamlined, I guess, at the beginning and then expanding as you go. It's the best advice, I think.
All right. Good answer from the staff here. Next question. Lucas Schiller. What's up, Lucas? Lucas is my boy. All right. Could y'all please ask Billy if the upcoming Wings Centennial hobby release has case hits? I appreciate him being transparent, recently explaining how Flagship is no longer a case hit product. I assume sets like this for Detroit Hobby will have 1 to 2 case hits. Cheers, Lucas. I don't think there's case hits in the Centennials, man.
There is. I asked.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm wrong.
Oh, shocking.
Is that it? Is that all you want to know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Next question. Ed Lister. What's up, Ed? With the next Young Guns dropping soon, which rookies are you hoping to add to your collection? Louis.
Happy Gilmore.
What?
I've been focused on my team, and I've been miserable on my sends, and there is nobody coming on my team to perform good enough for me to want their hockey card in any time future, especially the young ones are pissing me off. So I'm not hoping I might just quit collecting hockey cards altogether pretty soon. I don't know what's going to happen, Ed.
Oh, stop it.
Anyway, blah, 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 your face. Anyone else?
Your mom.
Yeah, whatever.
I am not going to collect it per se. I'm very curious to see how strong and the duration of the Matthew Schaefer chase to see. I'm assuming it'll be pretty hot and heavy out of the gate, but if people 6 months later will be into his cards.
Okay, last question. Cracking some cards. If you were looking into the Gongshow crystal ball, oh, I love the crystal ball, and could see 10 years in the future, which small market team will have had the brightest hobby future? Anaheim Ducks, Carlson, Gauthier, Zellweger, McTavish, Dostal, Columbus Blue Jackets, Johnson, Fantilli, Sillinger, Greaves, Marchenko, the Wild, Boldy, Kaprizov, Quinn, Faber, Wallstead, Dallas Stars, Johnston, Robertson, Ottinger, Rantanen. I'll go first. I say the Quebec Nordiques. I'm hopeful. Make it happen, Gary. And as long as Jeremy Jacobs is the owner of the Boston Bruins, that guy has made one too many comments where it has nothing to do with him. Jacobs should shut the F up, stop talking about Quebec City. He has Gary's ear. They're like little best buds in their little croony cigar lounge. Anyways, listen, I'm sorry, Eric, if you're listening to this, but I'm not a Jeremy Jacobs fan. And until that silly man leaves and Gary leaves and Quebec's not getting a team, but that's what I would like to see. Is that what he asked? Did I answer the question?
No, it's fine. You just answered your own question. He asked a question, you made up a different one and answered that one. But I would hope for the Wild, but I'm not confident enough to think that will actually happen.
But are we small market?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're small market.
Oh. I think the NHL overall has very few big market teams. Like what are Toronto?
No, it's good. You do you, man.
Montreal.
Yes.
What else?
Rangers.
Do you think screwing up Toronto and then patronizing the Montreal makes it like a good person thing? You're a piece of crap. You're making fun of you. It's like you double down on the bad. Anyways, okay.
You're no good, Josh. You should probably quit collecting cards.
What are the big market Americans?
Detroit, Chicago,
New York, Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers, not Islanders.
Yeah, Boston.
Boston's a big market. Yeah.
What else? LA? But do people care in LA? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dave said people in LA don't know who the hockey players are.
Yeah.
The tickets are cheaper for the Kings than the Sens. How does that make sense?
And I don't even know if there's like medium markets here. I think it's just like the handful of big market teams and everybody else is sort of the way I look at it, at least.
Yeah, Chicago. Right.
Good job, Phil.
All right.
Personal pickups. Victoria, you got anything this week?
No, but somebody did offer me, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this. A Allure 2023-2024 PSA 10 Allure, the color flow with the autograph of Matthew Knies for 400.
No.
Sticker auto.
No, sticker auto.
Yeah, for 400, I was like, I don't know.
I wouldn't do it for $50.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
you would.
It's a little biased, but okay.
No, it doesn't. I didn't even ask what player. Just 400.
Matthew Knies.
Yeah, it could have been Macklin Celebrini. I'd say no. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Thank you. Save me $400, guys.
That's right. Yeah, and I'd like you to point out the person who offered you that great deal when we meet up again.
Okay. Phil.
What? Nothing.
Why'd
I have
you
nothing.
write? Why'd you write bump kiss? You gave me a card.
Oh, I did. Yeah, because I wrote it. Well, I had to write the notes quick, man.
All right.
All right. Yeah, it's not a card. It's a sticker, but it's a 3.5 inch by 2.5 inch sticker of Wayne Gretzky, 1989-90 tops. So these are in the packs. It's not part of a sticker book. You can get them in the packs, and there's usually, I don't remember. I think 25 players that they choose every year, and they're all in the 80s, and they're awesome, and I love them all. And I thank you, Louis. And one of the big reasons I like these cards is the back of the cards, where I don't peel here. I just like the way it looks. I like the simplicity of it. I like the big font, squishy. Yeah, I like it.
You didn't put the sticker on your lunchbox thermos?
No, I didn't have a no. I had a bag, man. I didn't have a
Who
thermos. The Greek way.
disrespected Wayne by putting him on the second All-Star team?
Terrible, eh? Didn't even notice
Ugh.
that. Good catch, Madigan.
Ugh.
Well, his first star, he was on Edmonton.
His what?
His first star selection, his first team selection, he's on Edmonton in the sticker.
His what?
What? I just told you.
Baba Louie.
Not mine, but we had a heck of a fun time yesterday with Gavin was going nuts, my son, to get this Centennial set because he loves the Blackhawks, and I thought this was pretty sweet. He ended up pulling a Ed Belfour auto out of the tin, which was kind of exciting. I think
That's
it's
great,
a sweet
man.
card.
Yeah,
if
it's
you're
a
into
Great
it.
card. Yeah.
That's a crappy picture, but here, I mean, it's a really sweet
like
looking
that.
card.
How's that a crappy picture? That's a perfect picture.
Oh,
Well, there's
I
a
had
shadow
glare.
over half it.
I had
Yeah,
glare,
whatever.
I had
but
glare.
good job by him.
Good job by you, Gavin.
You'll
Okay,
see
don't
it
have
at
enough-
Slab Sharks. You'll see it at Slab Sharks shortly.
headed to Slab Sharks. I had one card, a 2021 Fleer Ultra Sidney Crosby Medallion Sapphire out of 25. It's a PSA 9. 2021 Medallions, Victoria, are my maybe top 5 all-time
They're very
favorite
nice.
sets. The foiling in hand is way better, too. I will never own
That's
enough
the
of
best
these cards
color.
of my favorite players. And
Josh and I own 6% of the entire Sapphire Blue market. Oh, wait, no, we own more than that. You have one, I have 2. 3 times 4 is what?
12
So we own 12% of the market. Look at that. Entrepreneurs, watch out.
of the Crosby. Yeah.
This color and what's the other one that I can't say? That's a hard
Platinum?
name.
No, the 75, the Titian.
Oh, Titian.
Titian.
Titian, yeah.
Yeah, that one I like too.
I'm a huge fan of the Ruby out of 50.
Honestly, the base, the regular, is one of the best ones. It's just it's perfect.
You
If
want to
anyone
tell
needs one, I
everyone
have
about
one,
your
$5.
Pinto moment with the base?
Pardon?
You want to tell everyone about your Pinto moment with the base?
No,
Can I?
no, because
Yes.
no, you
Oh,
can't.
fine.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
All right, everybody.
You're quitting
Phil,
collecting anyways, so who cares?
Shut up, Louis.
Phil,
What?
do you have fun?
No, I didn't have fun.
Oh.
No, of course I had fun. I always have fun.
Jeez. If you like the episode, please leave a rating and review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. If you love the show, you want to support us, you want to chat with us on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server, please consider a $5 US donation per month. Join our $999 support level tier on Patreon. Link is in the show description within our Instagram, TikTok profiles, on our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, or on Patreon's website, patreon.com, and search for Hockey Cards Gongshow. Follow the Gong Show on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And boys and girls, the Hockey Cards Gong Show podcast is a production of Dogbox Ventures LLC. Have an awesome week. Stay warm. Bob Louie, take us out.
Bye.
It's the Gong Show, we're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire, no holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth, he's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gong Show Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gong Show, let's go, let's go. Wanna say them in the show. So
Is it weird that I've developed emotional feelings for my cat?